Nico! Welcome in, everybody. I had to give that one last drop that completely missed a shot before cutting over to the main screen. I just realized I have a giant cut on my finger, but I don't think I'm bleeding, so the show will go on. Welcome in again, everybody. Getting back to SnowRunner today. I was really hoping that the new season might drop a little early, but no, not this week. Miss Silvermoon seems to be holding out some hope that maybe it'll drop tomorrow or Friday so she can do it on her big anniversary stream, but I have a strong suspicion it probably won't be out until after the 4th of July. So what I'm going to do in the meantime is, at the recommendation of a friend who goes by It's Miller Time here on Twitch, Battered and Bruised stream. No, that was Saturday. I'll get to that in a minute. But at the recommendation of It's Miller Time, I have found a mod map for SnowRunner here that looks very cool. It's got lots of missions and things on it, lots to do. It doesn't seem to be broken down into this weird crack-fueled 3-map monstrosity. Hey, JP Snake, speaking of It's Miller Time. I was just talking about how Miller has gotten me into looking at this new Pine Valley map. It looks like it should be good. It should be fun. It's only 2 maps, so there's no 3-map cross-country tour back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I think that'll be a lot easier. I will open it for multiplayer, but when I tried to do that just now, because I fired this up yesterday to be sure that it would actually pull the map and everything. I fired it up today to try opening it up. Oh man, I got so many things going on. So today I opened it up. I don't have a garage, so I can't multiplay until I find a garage, but I'm getting there. In the meantime, Snake, thank you so much for your resub. Mrs. Jedi, thank you for the gift to Alex. Alex will appreciate this. Alex pops by every once in a while. You're bringing in your alts. Of course you are. Of course you are, King Ninja. You got to have them all come by and do the visits. I don't have a bingo. You know what? I could set up a bingo. I haven't. I don't know. I'm putting a pin in that one. I'll think about that. It could certainly be entertaining for a few people. Mrs. Jedi would love a bingo. You know that. But yeah, for the drop game, you don't get anything for a 90 plus, but that means a .01 is still a big success and gets you a thumbs up. You know, I could add some code to my greeter bot to actually recognize when someone has landed. I could at least play some sort of victory sounds. Oh, this is a good idea. The bingo is fun. To properly run a bingo, I'd almost need a mod though, and I've been way too lazy to go that deep into things. Thank you for the lurk, Mrs. Jedi. I know where you are. You're right up there. It's about 40 to 50 feet that way, though. It'll take a while to get there. King Ninja Alt 1, welcome in, first-time chatter. And Ninja Alt 2, or maybe you're up to 3 by now. I'm not sure where it is. Thank you all for popping in. Look at all those glorious parachutes. I do love this game. Bingo can be a little more fun because it can get a little heated and exciting, but this one has my heart. This one I had to get installed right away. Only the 2 alts. I wasn't sure whether to call them Ninja 1, 2, and 3 or Ninja Alt 1 and Alt 2. Kind of depends where you like to go with the numbering system. If you want the 3 numbers, I can do that. I will forget in the next 5 minutes, so it doesn't really matter. So let's see. Oh, hey, we got recent follows. Alex has the new sub. Nico was in briefly up here. You still hanging out there, Nico? I saw that it ran a different clip for a change, finally. It's supposed to randomize clips, and it really liked the one where you were busy laughing about whatever it is that I broke. This time, was that Banjo-Kazooie that was playing? He was doing all kinds of hopping around from flowers. It looked like a N64 4-level game. What do we have here? 48, 86. I actually managed to land a 98 point something while I was prepping before going live, so I don't have any record of it. That's a damn shame. So let's see. Let me search around. I've got buttons scattered all around me. It's like an airplane cockpit in here. Let me flip over here. Because I'm doing modded stuff, I am running on the Steam Deck today, so I've got a full Windows install of things, which means I've got access to all of the branded mod trucks. For some reason, it's cool to have those on PC, but all of the console platforms, Ixnay, all of those. So, especially my beloved Forerunner, I can only play on this machine. I can't load it up onto my Switch. If I had this on Xbox, which I thought about, but I don't use my Xbox One enough anymore to really justify it. But if I had without that up and running, I couldn't load it there either. And I discovered after the first couple times of getting some people into multiplayer, and I don't remember, it might have been you, Ninja. There was someone who was trying to join from, it was either an Xbox or PS5, and they couldn't join my game because I had one of those branded vehicle mods on, so it wouldn't allow it. So I'm only running the maps here. I've got them. I don't have them active here. I did have the money trailers loaded and the money trucks loaded when I was doing Krokodilsk, because there was no other way to make money or any of that stuff. But you also started with almost nothing, so you had to be able to buy stuff from the trailer store that was available there. And eventually you could get a garage, so I made the money available. In this game here, I have set it up as a new game plus. I have set myself to start with 150k. I have the free DLC vehicles turned on, so I should have a bit of a fleet to start with. I have started myself at rank 20 instead of rank 1 because I don't know if any of these missions actually grant XP or not. I was watching Snake earlier today, and I was watching Miller last night. Between the two of you, Snake, you were doing Kolos, so that's an actual real map. So if you were getting XP, that makes sense. I thought it was Miller who was running this map actually got some XP off of stuff. So I wasn't positive. I started myself at rank 20. So I've got like the good tires and stuff and the fuel frames for trucks so I can build recovery vehicles if I need to. I have all of that unlocked to begin with. I'm not positive. I think it will give me credit for upgrades from some of the base game and the official DLC maps. So I might be able to do a bunch of upgrade stuff there. But way better than Krokodilsk, where I started as level 1 and I had no hope of ever getting any higher than level 1, so I was trapped with highway tires forever. So I'm going to have access to good stuff here. For the first time ever, I have set it to daytime only. There will be no driving in the dark in this stupid game. Honestly, I'm okay with it on the base game and the official DLCs. I view it as being kind of part of the game, especially since I played mostly in normal mode. So I'm okay with occasionally it gets dark. It's a little immersive. I kind of like it. When I'm screwing around on these mod maps, I do not like it at all. So I'm actually going to have this. Someone like you with a fleet of 30. You know, on my hard mode game, I have done that. I'm running my hard mode on my Switch. I got both trucks inverted, just like Top Gun. Unlike Top Gun, they could not revert. Well, they could revert, but it would cost money to do recovery. So I connected in from my Steam Deck here, off of a normal mode game. I connected into my hard mode, but I had one of the DLC trucks that I could bring with me. So I brought that in, flipped them both back upright, and then kept going and saved myself. I think the cheap truck was going to be $2,000 to recover, and the bigger one I think may have been like $3,000 to $5,000. It was way more expensive than I was expecting from one of those to be. So yeah, I've definitely done the multiplay in from a wide collection of vehicles into a much smaller one. Before you forget, what was my favorite part of today's Direct? You know what? That's since I haven't started playing yet. That is a good question here. I'm going to get back to you in a moment, Nico, because Ninja, you got a perfect one. Ask Kampu, who I think I got to know through It's Thompson's stream. She popped into my hard mode at one point, and that's exactly what she did. She brought in one of the big repair trucks, discovered that it comes in with the truck's tank full of fuel, but the actual repair frame comes empty. So she had to do all this driving around to find fuel stores and repair point stores, which in Michigan is on map 2. There isn't one on map 1, I don't think. So yeah, she was driving all over the place to help me get that set up, but then was a huge help through a lot of that game. Ooh, I like Burritos has just started firing out something. I'm going to be honest, I don't remember exactly who I like Burritos is. I think I know. I know that he changed his username at one point. If I'm right, I think it's someone I went to high school with. But if I'm not, then I just like the name, so definitely keeping that friend around. Yes, I was playing full hard mode on that one. I think in New Game Plus, yeah, you can bring in whatever you want to bring in, especially because I have all of this left set so that it's really closer to the normal mode than it is to hard mode. I don't have anything turned up in terms of difficulty. In fact, there's a bunch of stuff that's easier. One thing you'll note when I get started is that it asks you, hey, what would you like for a starting vehicle? Because this map does not start you with a garage. That's why the multiplayer code is all X's at the moment, because I can't start multiplayer until I find the garage. And I totally, oh, yeah, I was saying that I have most of it steady. I have it set to give me a random North American scouting vehicle to start with before I get to the garage to find something, and it made a very unexpected choice. But getting back to Nico, since I am mainly a Switch streamer, except for today, I did watch the Nintendo Direct this morning, 7 a.m. Pacific time. That was, I would say that was rough, but that's usually I'm up for work at that point anyway. So what was my favorite? I'm actually kind of jazzed about Star Ocean. It's not my favorite, but it was the one that I probably had the least expectation on. I've liked the little bit that I've played of the first one that I actually only got 2-3 weeks ago. So I'm definitely interested in that one. I've got it added to my favorites list so that I'll probably pre-order it as soon as they make it available. My number one is probably going to be the Super Mario RPG. I never played the original, but I have had countless people tell me how awesome it was, and that it is a crime against humanity that it isn't available on the SNES emulator on Nintendo Online right now, and that it should be, or maybe it should just be fully upgraded and ported like they did to Link's Awakening, which apparently is what they're doing. So I am all for that one. I did see that it is up for pre-order on digital right now at the Nintendo eShop, but they do not have it available for use with the vouchers yet. So at the moment, it's a full $60. You can't even cheat it down to 50. So I'm going to wait a while on that one. Presumably, especially if it's going to be a full $60 game, it'll have a physical available. I might wait and see if Best Buy or Amazon or somebody does at least a small discount on it, but I'm definitely going to be getting that one. And then the one that I did pre-order today is they are doing the complete Gloomhaven, including Jaws of the Lion, some extra tough mercenaries, and a pre-order bonus and all kinds of stuff off of that one. They're porting that over to Switch. I think the Switch should run it pretty well. I've actually played it from time to time on my Steam Deck, but I think it would be fun to have on the Switch for the convenience of being able to play it on the big TV over there, because technically I can do it off the Steam Deck. I have the Steam Deck going through my capture card and into the big TV right now, so it's possible to do, but it is a big pain because the screen on the Steam Deck completely shuts down when you have the HDMI connected, so I can't use any of the touchscreen features anymore, which means if a game isn't perfectly ported over to support controller, then it doesn't play for crap, because you can't touch screen. I can't touch screen my monitor and have it count, I guess is where I'm going with that. And I do have it available on my Mac, but interestingly, I don't know that I've got very many friends that have it on Steam, so I might get lucky on Switch. But those were my top three: Super Mario RPG, Gloomhaven, and Star Ocean 2. The new 2D Mario Wonder, the Super Mario Brothers Wonder, I never was really super into the original 2D Marios, so I think it looks good. I think it's a huge evolution over a lot of the older games. It looks like it's a mishmash of a couple of their other properties. There seems to be a lot of diagonal movement that I kind of associate with Donkey Kong, and lots of big animations in the background, more like Super Mario Odyssey almost, but in a 2D plane. I think it'll be good. Definitely, I don't think I'll get it for $60. If they put it on one of their usual sales for $40, I might pick it up, next summer. But the Mario RPG one definitely looks enticing to me. Okay, tell you what, I think I have yammered on enough. This is a good yammer session. I like that. Let me go ahead and one of the first things I notice here is that a lot of times when I get the startup for stream, I will put it into this main pause menu here so that time stops running, because I don't want to finally get ready to stream and then pop it out and whoosh, it's dark. So I leave it paused when it's daytime. But in this game, it's always daytime. I didn't really have to worry about it since I didn't have the engine running. Decent Black Friday pickup, yeah. Well, that one, I don't think that one comes out until mid-November. It might be out just before Black Friday. I don't know. As long as it's before, that's a decent possibility. I will keep my eye out for that one. But if it comes with a pre-order bonus for digital, I might just do it that way. But at least that's one of those, kind of like Zelda. I could understand the desire to go ahead and have that one physical just so that you've always got it around. Though honestly, by the time they turn off any of these e-stores, the console is probably sitting on the back of a shelf getting dusty anyway for me, so I don't think it's super critical. But be that as it may, welcome to Pine Valley. I don't know much of anything about what the mission, the goals are on this. I haven't read much of that. This is where I want to point out. I told the New Game Plus to go ahead and start me with a random North American scout vehicle. And so here we are. I got a Freightliner, 114 SD. This is not a scout vehicle. I'm intrigued by it. I don't think it's a bad vehicle per se. I just don't know where they got the idea that this was the equivalent of a Jeep or a Scout or a Con or something. So let me pop open the menu. Let me see where am I? So hey, I am in Pine Valley. I got that. Hey, old bacon face, welcome in. You are the first, even though you're like the 9th. It's been a busy day here. So yeah, I don't know why they came up with that. So let's see. I have got a parts loading upgrade. Now the bit of Miller's stream that I caught last night, there's a racetrack somewhere on here that already looks like it's better than any of the stuff they put out in Season 7 Tennessee. And he had mentioned that there were a bunch of missions that he did that slowly opened up and built out the facilities around this track, and that the track itself actually is blocked off by an obstacle, but some mission he completed unlocked that. So I think that some of these that show up, they've got the upgrade icon, but I don't think they're actually going to be upgrades. I think they're unlocks for the region, which is very cool. I don't think the regular game actually does that very much. 9th is the new first. Well, you've heard it here first. And yep, it's firsts all the way down to the bottom of the turtles. It's a weird mixed metaphor. I'll try not to mix them that hard anymore. What do I have over here? Oh, I gotta take the reading glasses off if I'm gonna see the big TV. Wow, that is a lot of contracts. I like it. It's like almost every main corporation from the main game they've got opened up, and all of those are available at once. Oh, this is both. Now, okay, here's one that you have to unlock them as you go. Okay, that's a little better. That it's kind of cool that there's a ton available up front, but on the other hand, it's a bit of a bummer that you don't have to earn a bunch. But here you go. Looks like these toward the bottom here, you got to earn a bunch of these. Husky Forwarding and the Steel River Township. Even though this isn't Steel River, this is Pine Valley. We're just going to go with it. Toilet troubles. Nope, I've had a little too much of that here. Whew. Saturday morning started with toilet troubles, and then it went straight into Twitch nightmare for my attempt at a stream. I was able to hold on to the internet for 49 minutes, but then after that point, it was bad. So the stuff that you missed, Nico, is that big central tower. I think I was able to stream enough to where I was able to get back to it. I used the new super bomb ability to clear the rubble around the uppermost control station. That finally let me line everything up so I could get up to the very top. And I finally found the grapple, I keep calling it the grapple gun. I think it's officially the grapple beam. And then you use the grapple beam right there in that central area to swing across to the far side, and there was a save station. So that's where I saved it. Hopefully this coming Saturday, I will have an opportunity to pick it back up and stream decently again. I see I am a nice solid green between 4,500 and 5,000 kbs. I've only had 155 drop frames the entire 0 seconds? No, that's the record time. Broadcast time, 25 minutes. So I think I'm doing pretty good with the internet today. I'm gonna keep my breath held there. So let's see. I have got a ton of contracts to choose from. I do like that. I got a building down here. What I really need is the starting garage, though. Because once I find the starting garage, I can then save this game, relaunch it in multiplayer, and then I can populate the multiplayer code down there in case anyone wants to join in. I don't know exactly what there is to do on this map, but as you can tell from this list of stuff over here, there is a lot of it. It just went click. Oh, that one sounds entertaining. Didn't quite make it. Oh man, there is some good looking stuff in here. I'm making a quick scan through just to see if any of these are called setting up the garage. Miner setup. Is that already activated? No, it turned yellow because I clicked on it once to take a look at it. Right. Oh, racetrack revival. Well, there it is. I guess that's the one that you have to complete to order to unlock that. Keep the lights on. Lakeside lounging. Oh, that's a party. Store stock. Toilet troubles. Oh boy. Reopen the boat launch. Neat. That would be too easy. Oh, that is a clever title. And then this one actually has two maps, Pine Valley and Cedar Ridge. In order to access this region, find a garage nearby. Okay, so in order to open the second one, there's a lot of stuff that says, I need a garage. Is that underwater? Okay, we're going to go for the quick and easy one here, just in case that's a garage. If it's not a garage, then I think my next order of business is going to be to come over here and open up that watchtower. Normally, this is where I'd like to break out my Scout 800, let it do the initial scouting run for me, see what there is out there, find the first watchtower, but I don't have access to anything yet. And I kind of super hope that I don't run out of gas. Nope, I don't actually want parts. I wanted whatever the... Oh, wait, is that all I had to do to find the garage is pull forward by 5 feet? Oh. Wow, if I had known that, could have had this done earlier. Okay, so, welcome to the garage. Okay, let's let you save. Yep, I fired this up last night after I got the map downloaded. I took a quick look. I saw that there was that one yellow square right in front of me that had the upgrade icon. And decided, nope, that's probably going to be something sort of a mission related. So, screw it. We'll figure it out during the game session. If I pulled forward by 10 or 15 feet, I would have seen the other yellow start. So, let's see. Cannot start a public session with a custom scenario. Well, that's interesting. Okay. I wasn't going to anyway. Did it ever... I think it asked me for the map. I hope it asked me for the map. Yes, Pine Valley. Okay. Let me get over here to the join code. Once this loads up, I will get a code entered. And I'm going to charge... Oh, good lord, what's this in my face? Syrinscape, welcome in, Raiders. Chalissa, Steve, and Dan, it has been ages since I have seen any of you. Welcome in everyone else from the Syrinscape world. Unfortunately, I am not doing anything that's really Syrinscape enabled at the moment, but I have in the past. Also, as long as you guys are here, side note, I did work, since I didn't have my regular Tuesday night game last night.
Look at him, folks. He's trying.
He's trying.
You're having dicks.
You may not be 100% sober.
Oh, Dan. Anyway, since I didn't have my regular Tuesday night Pathfinder last night, I sat down with Fantasy Grounds and I broke open the Sirenscape integration that they've got built in. And I realize now why people are very willing to buy their $10 pre-automated packs, because there is a lot of stuff you can get set up in Fantasy Grounds for that. But I ran through. I took a look at a bunch of the weapons and the spells that my party has, so I've built some sound integrations for those. I think it's going to be really cool. I'm trying desperately to talk them into allowing me to stream some of it so I can show some of it off, but oh yeah. Here I've got my own Autobot firing off my own sounds. You know, I could has something else that could be hooked up to Sirenscape. If I had the player playing in the background, I have so many things I could do with this, and I just haven't because there's so many of them, and it's hard to keep track of everything. Anyway, I on Wednesdays I'm typically a SnowRunner streamer. Sometimes I'll deviate off into Farm Simulator, which I'm not very good at. Hasn't been very popular. Might not do it too much more. Sometimes American or European Truck Simulator. Those are both a lot of fun. Those are a little harder for me to run, but they actually run on the same computer that I'm streaming fun from, which is both fun because it's less stuff to have to manage. Also, sometimes a little frustrating because some games are kind of resource hoggy. Those two really aren't so bad. Today, I am doing some SnowRunner that'll actually be open to multiplayer if anyone has SnowRunner and wants to join in. The code is on the screen in super tiny letters, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger right down there. That should be all you need to jump in. I am running a modded map, but I do not have any modded trucks or anything else turned on, so it should be a pretty simple join. The one caveat is that this map, for whatever reason, is not available on Switch, which is a big part of the reason why I'm not playing this on Switch. But it should be available on all of the other consoles as well as PC. Fixing your fleet. Oh, good lord. That could mean anything, and it could be bad. Let me shut down my phone. I had my phone backing up some Sirenscape there for me. You guys went long today. Impressive. Maybe it's because you actually didn't get to the topic until 56 minutes into the 1 hour show. Might have been it. Burn. No, me. It took me 25 minutes to get to mine, so it's not like I'm innocent on anything. Okay, so multiplayer should be open and ready to go. I have this Freightliner. Freightliner's not bad. It looks like it even has some decent tires and a lift kit on it and everything. I could try that out. Let me see what else. I should have access to all of the paid DLC trucks. They nerfed the Hercules. It used to be so cool and tough. It still has the best horn. Oh, don't get me started on the Bandit. That was a love-hate. That's pretty much just hate now. I should definitely have. Yeah. I got the Beast. Beast is coming out to play. Oops, I gotta change to my next bay. Let me filter through these. No, that one's terrible. These all work. The Cat CT681. I usually use as my recovery vehicle. Inevitably, I put somebody upside down, and this one with the big crane on back seems to work really well for me in recovery mode. I've had a pair of these out before. One towing the other to get to a recovery site. One with the big crane and one with the repair frame built on. I can also have the one with the crane just pull a repair trailer. That's the adorable little Tatra. I might think about that. And you know what? Since I could go buy a Scout. But that one's also kind of fun to have out. I'm going to come over here. You know what? I need to go buy my Scout. I need my Scout to do my scouting. There we go. It's cheap. I made sure I had enough money for most everything. And then I gave myself enough levels that I can actually afford to upgrade this stuff as I go. Let me work on selling some of this extra back, maximize my cash flow. I'm going to go with the raised suspension. It gets a little dangerous when you put the extra fuel canisters on top. Let's go with the big muds. So let's see. Sold off. In my normal mode game, I finally started doing that. I started selling trucks I knew I was never going to use, which is why I've got a fortune in cash in that game and very little to actually use it on. Converted it to oh, see you've got a multiple fleet. Nice. Yeah, I don't remember if it automatically triggers the download of this map onto your side or if you have to know what it is ahead of time and download it. It would seem inefficient to make you have to know in advance, but yeah, one way or the other, you'll definitely have to download it, but it's not like it's a giant map or anything. You know what? Let's put the spare wheel back there. We definitely want to snorkel because I have no idea what the water level is going to be like on here. This one always makes me a little nervous. That's what makes the Scout tippy. It's all that good stuff on top. Loops, double pipe. Oh, okay, yeah, that really doesn't make any difference. I think if I put the fog lights on, yeah, it takes the roof rack off. Oh, those have fog lights already. That's all I need. That's got some extra lights. So yeah, we want to get as much light. Oh, you know what? We don't need as much light. Because it's never nighttime here. Oh, this is going to be so nice. I don't need the visor. External horn. No, that's just dumb. We don't need that. Those look good. I'm going to go with the fancy DLC paint job. I never remember to use that one. And in my main mode game, I always play with my deep forest green fleet anyway. So this will give me a chance to experiment with some new stuff. Oh, hey, you know what? I don't have to go over to that one anymore. So I tell you what, I'm not gonna. We're coming out, and we are gonna head. We're going to head over here. I don't know how we're going to get there. Doesn't matter yet. We're just going to go nuts. So let's see. I have had to jockey the sound levels a lot over my last couple of streams. The new Mastodon truck is the loudest truck, I think, in the game. There's one of the beefy Tatras that is probably in competition, but it was loud, so I cranked a whole bunch of volume sliders down. So if it's too quiet, let me know. Oop, this is an unfortunate lane choice here. And oh, so that only went as far as this guy's driveway. Okay, now that's fair enough, I guess. Let me see if I've opened up. There's some other paths. If I can get to there, just going cross country, then I can get back up on a road over there. Let's see, let me get four-wheel engaged. This one's going to label it as all-wheel, but I'm going to call it four-wheel because I know for a fact by looking at it that this vehicle only has four wheels. Okay, we're going the hard way. Because we can. Let me go for a low gear. This might be a little hard. We'll see. Ah, piece of cake. Just because it is the Scout 800 with a roof rack, it's going to roll at some point. I'm sorry, it's going to roll at multiple points. So we're emotionally prepared to deal with that. Oh, what I'm not prepared for is that I don't have reverse when I'm in... Oh, look at that. Already over. Ooh, there we go. Roll counter is working again. Gotta remember... Oh, man, how do I use the winch? Oh, yeah, that's right. Just like this. Nope, not like that. Can I auto winch? Yes, I can auto winch. Save a little time and effort. Bloop. Welcome back on your feet, young man, young vehicle. I don't know how to be vehicle neutral on this. Oh boy, we're doing some drift trying to pull this. I would rather be in a lower gear, but that makes getting to reverse more of a chore. I'm gonna have to here though. Keep going. There you are. King Ninja, how did you manage to get automodded before Tonka could? Oh, swearing. What'd you swear? What'd you swear? I'm gonna have to put my old man glasses on to see what you're... There it is. What crap. Wow. Figuring it out the nutty way. Yep, that is definitely the way that I do this. Actually, for Mrs. Jedi's birthday, we had this really good pistachio cake. It was awesome. My mom and sisters all chipped in to have it sent. Make is hard mode scouting. Don't use the oh crap I flipped winch. I am all about the autonomous winch. Hey, there we go. Now I see the King Ninja down in the corner there. I'm going nice and appropriately slow for this gear. So I'm gonna flip myself at some point again, which is fine. Yeah, there it goes. But by going nice and slow, I can try to minimize the number of times I end up sideways. You just hold on to that tree while I go ahead and pull the hill here. It wouldn't mind climbing this hill, but those giant stupid rocks are in the way. Giant stupid rocks make you go weird directions. I'm abusing my winch privileges here a little bit. Oh. Oh, okay. Now I see what's happened. Oops. Yeah, we're just gonna let it go ahead and roll back over here for a second. I was trying to let auto winch do a little bit of the work for me, but I'm gonna need full winch to come into play here. Still stuck on some of these rocks. This is a good hill climb. I like this map. The main game has a little bit of this. Let's go real low here for this hill. And I gotta go around this rock. Now, technically, I should probably be winching first. Yeah, that's okay. Unfortunately, I can't just casually winch first because the auto winch is useless for finding the right spots. And it is hard to get it to stay still in one nice spot. Oh, the camera's gone loopy on me here. It's hard to get it to stay in one casual spot while running through this giant menu system to try to get the winch intentionally set up. So We just have to let it roll a couple of times. You know, just like real life. I think I have a rock underneath me that's complicating everything. There we go. Okay, let me set the brake. Let me see where I am. Also, I don't know. I'm just gonna bump that up to 4 because I know I kept rolling a lot. Now this is SnowRunner, so the road is usually a trap, even if this is a person-made map rather than a company-made map. So there's a certain temptation to just blare straight on up there. That may not be tenable, though. Those are some cliff faces. I could probably use this auto winch to just forcibly carry myself straight up some of those cliff walls, but it's a little cheesy even for me. I don't mind a little cheese in this game. Let's go up to higher low gear. Oh, we're getting hoppy. I'm already closing in on the point where having the extra fuel on top is going to be a benefit, so I need to bring it that way. And oof. The raised suspension is probably paying for itself along the way too, but it definitely contributes to the number of rolls this vehicle has. Well, just get yourself out of that hole, son. A watchtower is open. I think I got XP for that. Let me fight my way through here. It's a little bit of a... Oh, wow, this is about to go vertical here. Let's go low. Yeah, that was a bit of an angle. That was a struggle. I'm willing to acknowledge that. I was really curious whether it would do it or not, though. So, curiosity has been satisfied. It could not. So what I want to do now is get that pulled back up into something straight enough. Oh boy, this camera. Oh, the frame rate's definitely better on the Steam Deck here, so it gets a little weavy and does a little better job of making me a little seasick from time to time. What I really need, even though I'm standing upright on my butt, I need the front end just a little bit closer because there's that one downed log that I want to grab onto to help pull me on up. Ooh, I wonder if that'll be close enough. Yes, it will. Right there. That's what I want. If you were doing this in real life, this is exactly the way that you would try pulling this hill with this particular vehicle. You would winch up first and then pull it up that vertical. Unless you're someone like Matt's Off-Road and you've got this unbelievable beast of a vehicle that's explicitly designed to do that kind of stuff. The Scouts, no model Scout was ever designed to do that, even with the big old tires like this. Okay, a little bit higher gear. Nope, you settle down now. I don't mind you driving over here in the grass. Don't go rolling down the hill, but I don't mind you driving in the grass. And this thing definitely runs funny. Oh yeah, it's got diff lock always on, so I only need to worry about the four-wheel. I think it wants me to go around to this side. which means this side's probably the trap, but I'll bite. Ooh, nice tower up here. I don't remember white and blue from the base game. I don't know if you can import your own, we'll call them terrain assets in the map builder or not. I'm stuck on a really big rock. That rock is really big. Oh, it's not just a rock, it's a rock and a stump. The two banes of all SnowRunner drivers. Oh, keep it, keep it, keep it. Yeah. Woo, my watchtower is open. Take a look at this view. Is that a mountain in a lake? Not sure what's going on with the textures there. The rain is preventing me from seeing what all's between here and there. Let's stop the engine here. Okay, so I came up this way and then followed the road. That is a tough little road. That is not a trucking road. I don't know that Freightliner they started me with would have pulled that. So there's medium log loading. Did you get the, I'm guessing you got the, yeah, you got the tower that's down over here. What's that? Oh, it's a boat. There's a yellow boat out there. Small scout flatbed. Construction loading is a weird generic name. Oh, good, a trailer store. What's that? Another scout flatbed. Good old Dawn. Oh, hey, there's fuel station. Well, that's handy. Everything was all packed together here at the beginning. It just didn't bother mentioning any of it. Broken bridge in the way, so you can't make it to the top right. So that... Oh, is it broken with no mission? Oh, wait. I wonder if it's one of these. Well, I don't know how I would... I guess I can just activate everything. Find and return the Chevy 1500. Okay, wherever that is. There's another search and retrieve. Nope, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. All the wrong ones in a row because the Switch and everything else in the world have their AB buttons reversed. There we go. Just one click. Get the Kodiak running. Oh, it just one click makes more sense now. Didn't quite make it. There's a Lodestar that wants to be recovered. I need to accept it before I hit B. In the drink, there's an A and K that's just labeled as AN. But you get it after you recover it, so that's nice of them. Check out the resort property. Here's an actual... Ooh, repair the helipad. Cool. Backup power bank. It wants solar panels and cargo. Quality of life improvements, special cargo, and consumables. I think that's one that I was watching Milner do, and the route he chose, he kept accidentally dropping all those consumables down into the river. And then had to turn it into a rescue mission to try to fish them all back out. It's all more building materials. Sequoia, 5 Sequoia. Camp fuel tank. Oh, they just want cargo. Okay. Loading the lumber mill. That's what that is down there, lumber mill. Gives you warehouse access. Bridge to the logging camp. Oh, well, that might be for this one, except that you have to drop stuff off. Oh, no, you have to drop it off in Cedar Ridge. I'll accept it anyway. Drag the thing out. Drag the trailer out of the bush. There's a broken cat, but it's a trailer. I'm really interested in what some of these are. Deliver the Freightliner to the... Hey, I had a Freightliner. Oh, it wants a slightly drowning one over there. Okay. And it wants it in Cedar Ridge. It's a lot of Cedar Ridge stuff happening. The miner setup wants you to find the old mine. That one's not too bad. Racetrack revival. That is over on Cedar Ridge. Keeping the lights on. Wants you to deliver a trailer load of transformers. And you get to keep the trailer. Consumables everywhere. Specialty cement. You know, the good artisanal stuff. That's for cabin. That's for shop stuff. That's also over in Cedar Ridge. New house is in Cedar Ridge. Marcia. Cedar Ridge. Cedar Ridge. Hey, finally someone over here wants stuff. They want stupid old boring metal rolls. Boo. Maintenance run. All in Cedar Ridge. Come on, you're killing me here. It's probably one of those, but don't know until you go through and activate them all. Yep. Unfortunately, that's kind of what I'm looking at. But once these are all active, at least, then you should have access to them too. I'm hoping. Pick up people from the rail station, drop them off at the hotel, which appears to not be very far away. They could just walk. Toilet troubles? Of course it's in Cedar Ridge. Reopen the boat. Nope, already did that. Reopen the boat launch. Man, Cedar Ridge is the place to be. Screw Pine Valley, man. Here we go. Main bridge cleanup. Finally, it is active. 2 metal beams, 2 concrete slabs. Metal beams are in Cedar Ridge. Concrete slabs are right there at the construction loading, if they're available now. That would be too easy. Oh, there's another bridge. Okay. And sync the comm system. Oh, hey, look, I'm right there. Unfortunately, I have nothing. Update the antenna stations. There's another one over there. Service spare parts come from nearby. Oh, this is going to be an interesting challenge. You know, that 1-slot baby Tatra, that might not be a bad idea for this really nasty hill climb here. I'm going to accept that one. I may dig in on that one. And so that's all of those open. I don't see any tasks. There may not be any tasks. That's so many contracts that the guy who developed this may not have wasted any time on the individual task things. There may be some contests. I think he's got contests built over on the racetrack, which is apparently at Cedar Ridge where all the cool stuff is. Let's see, is there a safe way of getting straight anywhere off this mountaintop? Kind of doesn't look like it. I'm a little interested in running over and popping some of these other towers. Can I come just straight down this way? Can you just work with me here? Just look at me, folks. I'm trying. I stole that from Dan Servo. And Dude Walker. Okay, oh, it's still daytime. Oh, this is so nice. Actually, you know what really gets me with the whole it's suddenly nighttime thing is that it is nighttime so much in this game that you really miss some of these really nice views, although this one's a little jacked up on this map because I can't tell if I'm next to the Grand Canyon or a very clear or very reflective ocean. Something about it is making that draw distance go really wonky. But you wouldn't even get that much if it was nighttime and I was trying to come down this hill. which also coming down this hill at night, well, would be a challenge. To be fair, coming down this hill in the daytime is going to be a challenge, which is awesome. I did find one other mod map that I had tried out. It was quote unquote prospector based. So you started off with a scout vehicle and you're running around some snowy part of the Yukon, I think it was. Oop, I'm still upright. I'm still moving. I haven't died yet. I don't have much of a grip on anything. But it doesn't count as a flip, because I'm still running. I'm going to try pulling from the bottom side. That's got to work, right? Okay. Now the engine's stalled. There we go. I was so certain that winching from the side on the ground would just flip me right back on my feet. And it did not. Now you decide to pay attention to physics. The distance in that direction is not too bad. I think this is one where if the professional level designers were building this, they would take a look at this and say, no, we need to change some of the geography so that it doesn't give you these weird inversion layers farther out. But uptight like this, it looks good. Where do I actually want to go with this? I don't know. Let's try this one. Oh. Of course I managed to grab the one thing that wasn't stable. Nope. Can't unstall it yet. Oh, I'm moving. The winch be winching. I'm asking for it, but give me some inertia. Give me some... Okay. And the flowers are still standing. Oh, that is a little rumpled. My Scout 2 actually kind of resembled that, except mine was green, which is, why my typical SnowRunner fleet goes with the hunter green. But definitely, I had the rumples and the crumples in mine, because it actually began its life as a legitimate farm truck, so it saw some life before my dad is actually the one who purchased it shortly after we moved to Colorado. And then when I went off to college and my parents got divorced, I inherited it as a, I don't know, it's probably as a you need to still love one of us present. Which I'm okay with. I'm just going straight down this hill. I don't even care what's down here. Bonk. Keep her going. I don't know that this kind of terrain right here necessarily makes sense. It's not like you would have this many riverbeds on the side of a hill like this, but it at least makes for some interesting drive. Just going straight over again. This... Buckle up. Oh, nope, 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 oh, 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 oh. Eat. Oh, that was close. That was really close. Man, we are definitely, with this Scout, we're going for the double-digit flip club today. If nothing else, that'll give you a nice, good test to confirm that it'll actually support double digits in the display as I've got it set up. My old layout, I had tried that because there was really nothing else around it, but I am hopeful that it will actually grow it to the right toward the join code. This isn't going to hold long. No. I was just kind of hopeful that it would at least pivot me a little bit. Because I want to get to the tall tree in the background there. Because almost no matter what I do, this close tree is not going to be helpful. That's probably a boring old plant that's going to yank. Yep. Sorry, boring old plant. How about that one? Thought it looked more stable. I was wrong. What if I pull from the front straight through the body of the vehicle toward the tree there? Oh, look at that. I'm getting a little pivot. I think that's all I'm getting is a little pivot. But is a little pivot enough? Doesn't look like it. But I can grab the next tree back, and I can start to do this. This is distinctly exciting. I don't think that's a real tree. This is kind of hard to get the camera where I want it. Over here. There we go. There we go. For science! For Carl! Engine's running. We're all good. Oh. I need access to a reverse gear, though. Part of me says I might be better off driving in reverse the rest of the way, but part of me says no, that's a bad idea. Okay, we're moving again. This thing struggles so badly on some of the weirdest spots. Okay, here we go again. I think we're about to pitch down. I'm gonna put the brake on here just before I do this. That didn't look that steep from back here. But that's definitely downward. Okay, we're going into low. Low. I guess now that I'm pitched over, I can see where there's some fake road built into this. Got some undulation to have to work through. I'm going to have to let that go a little farther left than I originally envisioned. I need a reverse gear, and I need it kind of quick. There we go. That's the downside to going into the low gear. If you suddenly need an active reverse, there's controller motions involved. It's usually where I end up losing it. It's kind of like, oh, I'm starting to tip. If I could just winch to that tree, I'd be safe. And auto winch goes to somewhere totally random. And trying to intentionally winch, you got to go through 6 menus to get it set up. And in the meantime, you're at the bottom of the ravine. Oh, we're going real. Oh, we're going to lean hard here. Yeah, that's going to lean too hard. I got too many supplies on the roof to do that much of a lean. We're going to go around it. But we did it successfully. In the early days of, I even want to say it may have been Xbox, not even Xbox 360, but original Xbox, there was a 4-wheel drive racing game. And it had a wide variety of licensed vehicles that looked almost nothing like the actual vehicles they represented. But it was one of the very first games that I found that actually had a Forerunner in it. Interestingly, it did not have any of the internationals, but it had a Forerunner in it. So I picked that game up, And it was very cool because it was very different from your typical racing game. There were actually hills to climb. It wasn't exactly attempting to be as scientifically accurate as this game at least tries to be. I'd rather be where you are right now. I'm crossing a river. It's mostly too deep for this scout. Oh, yeah, these were the river, the main river on one of these maps. I don't remember if it's this one or if it's over there on the Cedar Ridge, Hill, Creek, whatever it is. It's wild. It is super deep in some spots and it's super fast in some other spots. And I was watching Miller. He was fighting it with a full size rig. I'm terrified of what it would be like to try to get one of these scouts across it. But that four wheel drive racing game, it had hills and elevation and pitches, and there was kind of some simulated rock climbing and stuff. It was a fun game because it wasn't just your flat race around the track as fast as you could. There were some other elements you had to put into it, but it was never real four wheeling. This game comes a lot closer to giving me the game that I kind of always wanted from that perspective, doing the hard trail rides. So, oh, hey, there you are. Yeah, this river. Maybe it may have been this river, or there may be a couple of rivers, one on each map, and they are nobody's friend to get across. Let's see. Let's just go see down here by the river's edge what we've got. Because to get to the tower I'm pointed at, I'm going to need to do something over here. Oh, hey, I've only got 4 liters of fuel left. I should probably address that. I was also noticing, watching Snake play earlier today, that I guess there was a small patch just issued. So when you go into this refuel mode, if you've got a trailer with repair points or fuel or whatever, that the green arrow. Here you go. When I change source, and you can see the arrows on the vehicle flash, the trailer actually gets those uh, icons now too. I hadn't ever noticed that before. Let's see. Roof rack. No, that's the. I want to go this way. Fill her up. Bloop. Oh, hey, look. There is someone drowning right here. Yep, I can see him right there. I would assume that's one of those go recover a vehicle for me vehicles. Oh, yeah, you bust out the res. Oh, hey, and apparently it finally made it across the river. So, oh, hey, I am sinking in mud. Good thing I put the good mud tires on this. Yep, I'm gonna need them. I don't want to get too far out there. I need to go back to auto and get me some reverse going. Yeah, you can see how anywhere where the water is white, it is running fast and deep. There is a chance I could cross here, but it is a tiny chance. I'm willing to entertain it for the sake of entertainment, but oh, there's nothing even to winch on right over there on the near side. I've got the good snorkel, so there's a chance I might not drown. Oh, yeah, okay, I might drown. Probably gonna drown. I'm probably not even gonna get to drown. I'm gonna have to go sideways first. Oh, she's underwater. It was an experiment. I will count that. It killed the engine, so I'm going to count that as a flip. I'm going to go whitewater rafting instead for a bit here. I was thinking, it's a narrow enough spot, and I've got really good tires on. I might be able to push just far enough. Maybe if there's something over there I could winch onto, and whoosh, downstream I went. Oh, hey, look at that. I'm upright, and the snorkel's above water. I bet it's fine now. That poor driver. Actually, what I really want to know is what's that building down there that I'm whisking my way toward. This will also allow me to map out a little bit more of the river. Oh, hey, there it is. There's a building right there. Oh, okay, it's up and down on this stick. So I wonder if I had followed the road and then turned right here. There's probably some crossing method right there. I don't think there was a bridge on this. I think I may have finally grounded out there. No, wait, we're still moving. That's just how fast the water in this river runs. I could hook something with the... Oh, you know what? I do have repair points, don't I? If I could winch onto something there... I've only completed 2 of the trials maps in this game. One of them, you start with, I think, the loaf and a lodestar, maybe? Your goal is to get the loaf all the way across this complete swamp map to, I don't know, some sort of fort on the far side. And I started off by taking the I don't remember exactly what it was. I think it was a lodestar. And I would just tow the loaf behind it. And I was making pretty good progress. And finally I reached a point where there was some deep water, but there was this little rock ledge that crawled alongside it. I thought, well, I'm going to give it a shot with this truck here because it's kind of the only option I've got. And I think there was only one refuel point along the way. So fuel was becoming an issue and that I may have to ditch this thing shortly anyway. Let me go ahead. I'm going to give it a shot. Let's see just how far I can get with it. And so, I got 70% of the way across and one tire went over and bloop! Lodestar's on its side in the water. No way this loaf is ever going to turn it upright, much less fish it out. The loaf, I managed to break the toe just in time. So the loaf put one tire over the edge but stayed otherwise. So I hopped into it, backed it up, and it puttered right along that ledge and had no issue. And then the rest of the way across the map, the water was too deep for the loaf. The Lodestar could do it. It would do it better if it had better tires, but it didn't. But at least it could do it. But with this loaf, it would drown out almost instantly on anything. But it had the autonomous winch. So I spent the bulk of that map driving 200, 300 yards, getting it down in the water, shutting it off, and then attaching the autonomous winch as far out as I could into the lake, dragging myself one winch point at a time. And I actually managed to get... I got to where I was on the last little point of land before some really deep stuff, wide deep stuff, before you could climb up the hill to the fort. And the winch wouldn't quite reach from as far as I could put it before taking engine damage. So I backed it up to the high point on the hill, floored it, and plowed myself into as much of the deep water as I could get. Started taking engine damage, shut off the engine, and it was just exactly far enough to winch on to the far stump. So I could pull myself up out of the water far enough that I got the snorkel. I don't remember whether it had a snorkel, if it was just a regular air intake, but it was just above the water level, so I could start it up again, winched myself out of the hole that I was in, and actually managed to complete that trial. I may have finished a second trial far less fantastic than that, but I have not completed any of the others. They are crazy hard. Okay, back you go. I'm a little tempted just to go ahead and break this beast out, see what we can do. I do have compatible add-ons. I hit the wrong button clearly. Yeah, there we go. I guess that one sounds as good as any. I do wish there was a raised suspension. Since I've actually got cash... Oh no, I do start with mud tires. Okay. Don't need chains here. I'm going to go with the big bad beefer. Oh, it starts with the spare wheel. Okay, good. I don't have to worry about it. I did discover on Tennessee that the snorkel is actually pretty important on this where rivers are concerned, because the base level intake and even these little short dudes is pretty significant based on the height of the vehicle. And then I want to go... I think I want the flatbed and the loading crane in case there's something I need to pick up off the ground. I don't need the visors. Savior. The Savior comes with the lamps. I need those. I don't need headlights. That is so awesome. Oh, stuff that's actually locked. Rank 21. I gave myself rank 20. But that's okay. I don't need those. Double raised beacons. I think do those replace the Savior that I've got on there? Let me put those on. No. Oh, I got quad beacons. Beautiful. Back roll, muzzle, stock. That one just looks cool, so I'm just going to get it. Only choice for rims. You know, honestly, there is no other choice. There is no reason anyone should ever take this vehicle without the party skin. Okay, so for the comm system ones, I'm just going to go ahead and start doing that since I'm here. Oh, hey, one of them only needs to go right over there. Perfecto. Another one goes back up to the top of the hill, which was fine. With this truck, maybe we'll see how it does crossing the river at Ninja Point. That's its new name, by the way. I'm giving it an official name. See if we can get across there. What is this? No, a fuel carrier. Okay. Gateway. I don't need the gateway. 1, 2. So that's 4. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Are the others in Cedar Ridge? Yes, there's 4 here. 3 in Cedar Ridge. So I'm going to load up 2 and do these near 2 first. Then I'll come back and I will get 2 more. And I will see if I can get to the rest of this map. This is where I'm going to start watching my sound levels. Oh, I thought, why did I suddenly go ghosty? It's because Ninja's here. I'm going for the same vehicle. Nice. Cargo management. I do want the service spare parts. Bingo bango. It seems like the audio levels here on the Steam Deck are actually lower for this vehicle, ow, than they were on the Switch. It's a weird difference. It's an okay horn. It's not a great horn. It's not a terrible horn. It's an okay horn. The Resvani Siren, that's the way to go. And my good buddy Dan, the Dan, I don't remember its number. That's the one that's got the good horn in this game. Oh, hey, are we going to go for a small challenge in getting to that point? Challenge accepted with the truck with one of the longest noses in the game that makes everything difficult. Ooh. Look at the angle chosen. Here comes a horn. See, that's a terrible horn. Service parts. Boom! Part 1 of 7 done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I'm counting this. Yep. Part 1 of 7. Can you know what? The vehicle that I've got, it's really not designed for off-road. It probably can't do this hill. It probably really can't. But I'm gonna give it its best possible shot by not wandering off up through the middle of the forest like I want to do. I'm gonna go ahead and take the road back past the main garage. I'm gonna follow it like you're probably quote-unquote supposed to. We'll see. The Bardic One from Discord, welcome in for your brief stay. As we all know, my streaming days are Bardic's Pathfinder days. So I appreciate the lurk while you are off finding paths. My normal Pathfinder nights are Tuesdays and Thursdays, but the Tuesday game is off for a few weeks because the one player who takes... Officially would describe it as takes notes, but he actually populates an entire fanfic journal as we go. He is on a couple of weeks. He's got a 2-week road trip, and then the following Tuesday is going to be the 4th of July. So it's probably best to not even pretend like we're going to play that week. So I got a few weeks off from that. So that's where my grand experiments with getting Fantasy Grounds set up to really take advantage of the new Sirenscape integration are coming in. Wow, I guess, is that where the road's supposed to go? Ooh! Snake, thank you ever so much. I am so glad that I picked the nice long sound effect so it gives me time to realize what's going on. I got the coffee monkey out. I got my very first bag of Timmy's coffee. This is not it, but I got my first bag of Timmy's, and as long as, in order to get same-day delivery, I needed to add a few extra bucks. So I got some Torani sugar-free hazelnut that came with its own pump to go with the bottle. It's very cool. So I've got my regular crappy instant coffee in the Coffee Monkey today, but I've got a little hazelnut to go with it. So when I'm drinking it cold like this, it's actually still quite good. The Timmy's, I don't get to bust out. It'll probably be Friday because I've already got some beans in the hopper, and I don't want to play that game of having to take the beans out of the hopper, put them someplace else, and swap them in and swap them out. I'm way too lazy to do that. It's way too much pain in the morning for me to do it, and I don't remember to do it at night. So I got some Goblin Gulp from Geek Grind that's in there right now. Should have enough to finish making my pot for Mrs. Jedi and I tomorrow. And then Friday, we're busting out the Timmy's. It's just kind of grown into one of those things that Timmy's is on my bucket list just because there aren't any here. I think the ones that are in the U.S. are on the east coast, maybe as far inland as Michigan, maybe. I'm not positive about that, but I know they don't have them here. I could go to Vancouver. I've only been to Vancouver a couple of times, and it's always been on the way to something, so I've never actually stopped at a Timmy's. So Timmy's is on the bucket list. I think it's in the same way that a lot of people have White Castle on their bucket list. It's something that probably really doesn't deserve to be there, but, sometimes you just need a thing. There's a stump in the way, that's why I'm not going anywhere. And once I've had an actual real Timmy's at Timmy's, I'll say, by God, I've done it. Oh God, we're on a mod map. We've been saved by the exploding exclamation points. But yeah, I'll say, you know what? I've been to a Timmy's. Congratulations, me. Do I ever need to go back? Probably not. But I did it once. I have no idea where the road's even supposed to be. This truck is doing a good job of not caring that there's not really any road. It's supposed to be straight ahead. Really? Yeah, this is not the vehicle for this. And yet, I'm doing it. Let's see if it'll just push its way up right here. Yeah, This truck is not built for speed in any capacity. It is built for power. And honestly, I'm not going to fault it too much for kind of stalling out here, because this is not something you should be asking a truck to actually go up. Oh, you auto winch! Now it's only going to connect to that one broken off branch. It's fine. You do whatever you feel you need. I'm going to winch you over here. I'm going to take off the brake this time. We'll make it. The road goes up there? What kind of insane road is this? It's the fun SnowRunner kind of road is what it is. Turn your nose that way. Oh my god, it's doing it. It's doing it. Yeah, I was running this guy around on the Tennessee map and was noticing that with the slightest dip in the road, it didn't really have a problem with the bumps, but when you got to the dips, it would always slam that nose down into the dirt and damage everything on the vehicle. From the engine to the tires and the suspension, just absolutely everything. But it actually seems to do pretty well going over things. Oh, okay, I think I see where the road is supposed to be. Ninja is busy exercising that garage. I assume that means you're probably deploying the fleet to go deal with something. Yeah, there's a little bit of that nose action, but only 1 point of damage. You can live with one. Normally it likes to slam into things and suddenly there's 50 points of damage at once. My absolute favorite is when you brush a guardrail and do, 300 points of damage to the fuel tank. That, I think on all trucks, only has a 100-point capacity for damage. Oh, no, wait, that's definitely the wrong place. If I can winch onto that slightly deceased tree, that's what I really need. Put a little wiggle in it. Although at this point I don't know for certain that any of the front tires are actually touching pavement anymore. Or dirt or anything. I'm going to shift over to the not dead tree. Well, okay. It shifted it to the wrong thing, but if it'll hold my weight, I'm still good with it. What if... Billy? Billy has come to visit? This is an honor. And yeah, I'm distinctly getting my big truck nerd on today. I probably have to... Nope. I gotta disconnect that winch. This is a big, long vehicle in a very narrow gap space. Did it... Is it still winched to something? Stop winching! Pressure is on, don't flip. Luckily, this truck isn't terrible about flipping. It's far more interested in bashing its own brains out by slamming the nose into dirt and then getting itself slightly stuck. Gear up. Yep, gear back down. Serpentine! Oh, hey, we're getting there. It's not going to turn hard enough for me to get around this tree the way I want to go, but it might go around the tree the way I don't want to go. As I terraform with that low nose. Actually, I might be able to take advantage of this. Get back on the correct side of that tree. There we go. There you go. Easy peasy. This is definitely not a road designed for this truck, but this truck does not care. All of this to deliver one box of cargo at the top. Okay. I'm going to tell you the same thing I told the scout. You're welcome to drive on the grass. Don't drive over the edge. Go. Pain in the mast. Yeah, it was. Oops. Okay, I saw that tree lying there, and I wondered. And then I realized, no, I've got the low nose. There's no way it's going to clear that root ball. That's okay. Back to Serpentine. We're fine. We'll get around it. Oof. At least on this map, it's only doing the 1 point of engine damage at a time. Tennessee was just brutal on it for some reason. Maybe it's because it knows Tennessee itself knows it was not a very popular map. So it just got angry at everybody. Ooh, hey, there we go. There I tore up something bad just by backing over a tree. I'm going to say that that's not fair, but... Yep, there we are. It's just not. There we go. Welcome. 2 down, only 5 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 to go. 2 on this map. 3 on the other map that I don't think either of us have gotten to. Are you over here working on, like, bridges and stuff, Ninja? Are you down here now? Nope, there you are. Oh, you're coming this way. Oh, heaven help us. Is there anything else? If I could drop straight down to here, I could pull that truck out of the water and take it wherever it's supposed to go. That's kind of convenient, maybe? Didn't you did vanish? Oh, yeah, it's right there in his name, I guess. Single small tree that stops the massive truck, tears apart everything on it. Okay, I'm not leaking fuel at least, so there's something. That's usually what I end up with. It's a massive fuel leak from something simple. You know, there are a number of trees on this map. Okay, it's upright. It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. This truck does have a nice low center of gravity. Too low sometimes, but definitely low when you need it suddenly. I truly don't know if this is supposed to be road or if I'm just making it up because I'm pointed straight at that marker I want. But it seems just about as viable as any of the rest of the road. It's going to go down here real quick. But if I'm in low gear, it'll be fine, right? Is that how it goes? Small pebble that does 200 suspension damage. Yes. Oh, no, I need to go faster. I need to go faster, otherwise the back end's coming over. Okay, I found it. Hey, I managed to get it upside down. Congratulations, me. And then, I did set this up correctly so that the flip counter, when it goes double digits, still fits and doesn't overlap anything inappropriate. Now, I'm going to let you in on a secret. I was pretty sure there's no way I was going to make it down this hill anyway. I just figured it was kind of worth a shot just to see. Double checking. I do not have an autonomous winch or anything, so it's a small bummer. But also, I don't need to go that way. And I'm not playing hard mode, so I can just jump right back over here. And let's get to work on the next 2 crates in this mission. Ooh, hey, this is new. Or at least I didn't bother noticing it before. That's, I guess, just if you have to drop stuff off here. Okay. Let's load up on... Oh, wrong button again. Load up on a pair of those. My fuel is restored, so that part's nice. since I haven't actually driven out this way yet, this is the way Ninja went first. I think this is... Yeah, he's got some of his stuff out here. I'm going to drive out this way just to get a good look-see. I don't really need this many waypoints out here, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then it seemed like crossing around here was kind of the way to go. And I still really don't need... I usually only put about one per intersection, but I'm gonna add some extras just in case the road gets a lot narrower in cab here than it does looking at it on that map. Oh, hey, that's right. I'm not on the Switch, so if I keep hitting the horn, it'll actually keep sounding the horn. The Switch has a little built-in cooldown period on the on playing the sound file. Okay, that's the trailer store. Here's Ninja's stuff. KDP is here. I can tell by the sound. I'm so happy that I got that all set up and that it's actually working. And why is this? Oops, I forgot to nuke that one. Select marker. Don't I just do that? Yeah, okay. That time it worked. There we go. Okay, we're back in business. Welcome in, KDP. So far, things have been reasonably well working, so it's up to you to take care of that now. Stream quality seems to have actually stayed high this time, unlike Saturday's debacle / disaster. I am still 100% blaming it on Xfinity. They just decided that we weren't going to be connected to Twitch anymore. None of my other connections to any other streaming services seemed to be impacted. It was just Twitch that I couldn't reach through Xfinity. Hitting my phone, going through AT&T Mobile, Twitch had no problem at all. So I can't blame Twitch. It was definitely Xfinity just deciding it didn't like me. And it took about an hour before I finally got connectivity restored, which was just in time to tune in to our good buddies Dan Servo and Jason Bowman, who will be playing 7 Days to Die, A21 build with Twitch integration turned on this Saturday. Many thanks to the Bardic One for upgrading some of the customization that we had done for the integration for them for older builds. Bardic had to basically redo all of it over the last couple of days so that it's ready to go for them on Saturday. But who are they? The Fun Pimps are the guys that make it. So when you do the Twitch integration, everything has pimp in the name. And since Dan's a charity streamer, and Jason, whether intentionally or not, kind of represents the company he works for, they're not big on pimping their streams. So you can run through and you can tweak that integration to change those names almost everywhere. But they completely changed, apparently, the way that they have their integration system set up with this new A21 build, so all had to be rebuilt. But there's nothing more fun than unleashing hordes of zombies on the streamers who are trying to do something else at the same time. I think it would work great in this game, except first they would have to introduce zombies, and then they would have to introduce Twitch integration. But I could kind of see a thing where you, for 1,000 channel points, you can pop someone's tire. That would actually be kind of cool. Frustrating as hell, but cool. Oh, this is going to get deep. This is where putting the extra snorkel on suddenly makes a lot of sense, because it definitely does not like water with the base air intake. And this thing can move through this deep water and mud, though. It only had to pause there because it needed a power downshift. If I'd left it in high gear, it probably would have just sailed right through. Oh, that was a nice demonstration. This is the kind of stuff that they've got in that opening Michigan map that just makes you cry with those initial base vehicles with the highway tires that are not designed to go through this. Now the Mastodon just plows right through. It could even do it faster than that, except it does not go fast. If you get it up on pavement, it will not go fast. This is its top speed right here. Oh, hey, there's another one of those stuck trucks. Oh, wow, it does not have a good turning radius. I'm going to divert over here real quick. I'm going to go start to fish that one back out, just so that it's convenient at some later point for some other lesser vehicle to not have to get quite as muddy here to go come and get it. Contract completed! Chevy CK1500 has been recovered, and this map does offer XP for stuff. I think that already makes it now officially my favorite mod map. I definitely like some of what Krokodilsk has going on, but I think its overall design leaves a little bit to be desired, and the fact that it's impossible to ever gain a point of XP is what made it totally problematic for me. Well, okay, if you're not going to turn to go up that hill while towing, let's see about going this way. Right into the tree. Turning radius remains bad. Oh, nope, I didn't mean that. I meant that. Winch, brake off, gas on. Keep it churning, baby. Okay, we're going to go to a lower gear. There we go. Little farm truck is coming out, whether it likes it or not. And there was a disposable tree that just did 18 points of damage to the suspension and a bunch on a tire. There's a certain part of me that says it's probably a good idea to not leave this towed truck in the middle of the road. I'd like to get it at least part way off. I would also like to do it without rolling myself. And I have Austin powered. There we go. And we're going to give it a little more pull here. There we go. That'll do. Okay. The mission is not complete, but the mission will be much easier to complete now. I think that truck probably just needs to go back to the garage. That will be a much easier tow from that point than it would be sitting down in the swamp. This truck had no problem going through the gunk. Oops, where are we here? Okay, looks like I'm going to need to back up just a little bit. Go wide around these trees. This is Mrs. Jedi's last week of her current course. The main project was actually already due on Sunday. That was completed. I think it's already been graded, and of course everything she does gets an A. But this week, so that the class still has stuff to do, there's a whole bunch of busy work and making responses to other people's projects and doing all kinds of crap like that. So she is actually like busy until 8 or 9 tonight working on that. I think the plan is to get everything done by Friday so she can actually have the weekend free between classes. Because normally you don't get that with the program that she's in. One class ends Sunday at midnight Eastern Time, and the next class starts at 12:01 a.m. Monday morning Eastern Time. Oh yeah, this truck has a lot easier time coming through here than a scout vehicle would. Although it distinctly needs that snorkel. And it was pushing it there. We got a little splashy. Ooh, we're going to get across. I'm going to have to start taking a look at how you get up there. Because that also looked a lot flatter on the overhead map. Oh, I do like this Mastodon. I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah, I was thinking, sweet, look at all that clearance right there. We're just going to drive right up the edge and oh crap, nope, that's not the way we're going. There's a lot of trees. Well, it does look like somewhere right along this river and waterfall is where we need to go. I don't suppose I can just drive up the waterfall. It seems... oh, jeez. Say, it seems in reality like this would be a really dumb idea, but in a video game, maybe. Nope, I don't think so. I think I'm headed kind of straight down there. Maybe on this other bank. It's a lot of stumps to have to fight through. Well, maybe if it's a little shallower right here. This is back into the realm of bad idea, but if the truck is willing to try, I sure am. I do wish it would turn just a little bit better. Okay, there we go. Get them mud tires turning. Unfortunately, if they put a big rock under the water there, I'm not going to be able to see it. I'm guessing that's probably what happened right there. That, or they actually made the current so strong that you can't fight uphill, even with the power truck. Let me lower the gear a little bit. We're going to give this a shot. This might be a poor choice. It might not. I don't know. Who's to say? It doesn't look good. Okay, I don't have a reverse gear because I'm in low gear. That's okay. Is there anything I can actually winch to? Okay, revised plan, because that's what we do in SnowRunner. Constantly revise plans. Let's see if I can get up and behind this field of stumps over here. I already think I'm nose up to one. Crap. I can get past one of these stumps, and I should be able to pull up that hill. But figuring out which stump is passable is proven to be the hard part. I think the correct answer here is there's that bridge. You just go fix that first, and then you can drive large machinery across it instead of fighting your way through things like this. But where's the fun in that? Oops, don't go all the way down. There you go. I think there's actually room between these. Keep those wheels turning. This tree right here knows what it's done to deserve its fate, although... Okay, there it goes. I was worried that I might accidentally not knock it down. Okay, I have bested the waterfall. Let's just go through the water right here. Oh yeah, that's not bad. There we go. There's a stump. I hate you, stump. Know that. I'm not positive whether I'm actually stuck on the stump or not, but we're going to back up anyway. Another small tree that knows what it has done. And then let me go clear that waypoint, because we're up and rolling. Man, this truck has a lot of power. After collecting the Zix 605 in Amur, I used it to death in Amur, because you kind of need to. But after that point, I used it once in the Belozersk Glades, and I don't even think I needed to. I just did because I wanted to go ahead and use it once. I did not use it even a single time in Ontario. Ontario, the drive was so easy in comparison. I never even found a need for it. In Dawn, I used it once because there's one of those big custom coiled tubing trailers that you need to do in a late mission. I think you need to take it to the Tatra factory or something, and it comes from the farm map. And it's one of those with the stupid little stubby legs that gets caught on every hill you go over. And I was trying to get it around the hill. I was pulling it with my Tega at the time. And then there was a big hill coming, and I was pretty sure that the Tega wasn't going to do it. So we took off cross-country through the trees. And I reached a point where it was kind of stuck on a hill, and it was wedged between some trees. There was no way the Tega was ever going to get it out of there. So I unhitched it, pulled the Tega aside, and I brought in the Zix beast to come and save the day, and it did. It did it. But it only got that one partial mission in Dawn. And I think there's just something about the fact that it seems so OP outside of Amur that I didn't want to cheese myself with it. But having said that, this truck, I think it's actually a little more limited because of that long nose, but the power is just phenomenal. I find myself wanting to use this when the British Columbia Season 10 becomes available, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Kind of like I'm using it here and now. Splotch. I don't think I don't have any more blue icons set up. I should have done that. There we go. Just that one, so I know where it is that I'm supposed to turn at. Because, yeah, that was definitely going to be hard to see without knowing it was waiting for me here. You know, just to be different, let me try this. I did this a little bit in Tennessee. It is trippy being in this cab because you can't see over to that side because it is a split cab. So the field of vision is just terrible on this thing. When we get Miss Moon driving this, and you have the opportunity to use the in-cab view points redeem, I'm thinking everyone needs to do it pretty constantly. And look at this, I might actually complete another delivery. Except that I can't get it to turn, even in the slightest. No. Okay, I didn't need a winch, but I'll take it because it'll hold me in place. There we go. 3 down. So that's 3 on Cedar Ridge. 1 more on this map. Comes back. It's up this way. So I think I need to come back out to the road here. Come back to this one that I had found. I am going to stay away from that route because it looks a little on the scary side. Coming over here, crossing my river again. And then I like to put two real close to each other like that, so that I get a visual cue as to when I've come to the end of my plotted map, my plotted route, when I know that there's more route still to go. That's my little pro tip there. Otherwise, I clear the last one, and then sometimes it takes me a while to realize that, hey, I've run out of blue markers. Where was I going? Especially on a map like this where I have never been here before. Most of your typical SnowRunner maps, you run the same routes multiple times and they become very easy to remember, but new routes in new forests can be scary. Oh, I'm just catching up now. Yeah, I remember you mentioning on Moonstream that you had replaced a bunch of your Azovs with this one. Oh, wow, boy, those tires are vulnerable. And that nose is sloppy, but as I recall, the nose on that Azov 7 series sticks out quite a ways too and can be a problem. But does that one have the active suspension available? So you can help mitigate it a little bit. But yeah, this one definitely is the... I think they even said at the time this one has the most power of any of the trucks that they've published for this game. Possibly for any of the Spin Tires series. It can be slow as molasses when you're out in the open, but it keeps going that slow as molasses when it's in stuff that would stop a lot of other trucks. The normal schedule is 4 to 6 Pacific time on Wednesdays. I'm a little over that, only a couple of minutes, but there are no Colorado sports teams playing in their finals. Congratulations, Nuggets. There are no Colorado Avalanche playing any games at all. Congratulations on a decent season. Sorry you got knocked out in the first round by the Kraken. There's no football for a while at least, and Mrs. Jedi is busy doing school stuff for probably the next 2 hours, so I'm going to keep going for a little bit. I would like to at least get this mission done, but it does involve figuring out a way to get to the other map, and potentially having to bring a bunch of cargo with me when I do it. So, may or may not have time for that, depending on how much of a struggle the rest of these explorations are. Oh, we are going deep. One little deep spot that tried to drown us and damage our engine, but then the rest was okay. But moving fast, so the scout will be challenged through there. Ooh, hey, it got a little feisty there. Picked up some speed coming down that hill. I believe that was my close to each other markers. There we go. Ooh, is this something resembling pavement up here? Oh, okay, let's go up that far at least, see what it looks like. I have a suspicion that sticking with this improved dirt is probably what I need to do. No, that's not pavement. It's fire break at best. That might go where we need. Oh, that might go where we need. It might also lead to that other tower. Okay, so we're going this way. If I can get a twofer, I'll take it. I'm going to say that this is a fire break. Because this would be madness for someone to have made a road this wide, but left it this unimproved. It could be a mudslide, I guess. Although I'm probably trying to give it more backstory than it actually has. What a big one going on, man. This nice wide dirt track to drive on, so of course I'm off to the side on the grass. Oh, I know. The Kraken had a good team, and to be fair to them, they had the winning record in the regular season against the Avs. I think there was only one team that the Avs even could have faced in the entire Western run up to the conference championship that they had a winning record against. It was, I don't remember which one, but it was someone in their own division. But they had 1 and 2 records against everyone in the Pacific. So their odds of getting cleared were going to be pretty low. And then the captain was out the entire year. It looks like he's going to be out the entire next year too, rehabbing. So it's going to be 2 seasons before we get Landeskog back. And then that really weird... Oh, wow, I actually flipped it mid-run. That's a first. Oh, wow, I was so busy talking hockey, I got distracted. Oh, man, and this road does end right there. It ends right there at that watch point that I wanted to get to. So that's a wee bit of travel to get to. Let's see. I don't think I have anything else. Most of the rest of that. Oh, look at that. I've got my own emotes being used against me. It's totally fair. That is why they're there. I got to use them. Actually, I got to use them mostly for It's Thompson initially for a while. But, yep, they're there for me, too. Let's see. Ninja's working his way back. Let me go hit up the garage. Let's see. Who have I got over here? I've got the Freightliner it started me with. What do you got, Freightliner? The engine. Okay, it's got the good tranny. Oops, not with that one. Not with that one. Let's go ahead and upgrade you. Yep, it did start with the raised. That's very nice. So it even started with decent tires. Started with the off-roads. Muds aren't an option, so we'll take those. Those are good. Advanced medium. Yeah, wow, there's actually a lot I like about this truck. Spare wheel, level 22. Aha, can't use that one. It even started with the snorkel. Tall mushroom, 29. Ooh, boy, that's a big boy. But, yep, that one's good. It's got the engageable all-wheel already on it. Wow, they actually started me with a nice truck. I don't think I want the big recovery crane, which is why I'm not going with my usual cat. Because I think the weight of that Mastodon is just going to mess with any smaller truck trying to come and pick it up. So if I stick with the flatbed, will this one take the loader? Yeah, let me add the loader on. This would give me the ability to finish the mission with this truck if I need to. If it can't turn it upright. Yeah, that should do. Yeah, it's an okay horn. I'll take it. I hear a ninja response someplace. I don't see him, but I hear him. Or it's a really good echo. I don't know which. Okay, no, not gonna... Oh, okay, he took off down that road. Oh, hey, are you dragging that other truck that I fished out of the swamp? Yeah, looks like it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, okay, I got the Made sure that the flip counted on the counter there. And 11 is pushing a record. I think my top end. Ooh. Oh, hey, we won that truck from the contract. Nice. I think so far I've found a watchtower, and then I've done 3 out of 7 deliveries on one mission. So, yep. Pretty typical SnowRunner extravaganza here. Is this where I need to go? I think this is where I need to go. Whether it's where I need to go or not, it's apparently where I am going now, so huzzah. Okay, diff lock on this truck is only in lower gear, but I've got the 4-wheel engaged. Let's see how it does through some of this mud. It doesn't have access to the full mud tires, so we're going with the off-roads. Should remain passable. I think the only spot I'm going to be worried about is the main river crossing. And I'm only going to worry a little bit. And that weird hill climb alongside the waterfall. Although I think this truck has got some good clearance for that. Here we go. If I go into low plus and put on the diff lock, that gives him a much easier time in the mud here. Okay, back up to auto. You see that little flash of red, so I assume there's an exclamation point lying down in the weeds over there. As a Unity developer, my first thought is that it's attempting to load a model that it does not have for some reason. Like, whoever built the map had one other mod resource loaded that they didn't include in their map definition. So it looks fine on their machine. But unless I happen to also have that same mod loaded, I get exclamation points. And a lot of them seem to be related to, especially these reeds, kind of plant life off to the side when you run over it. I'm thinking there may be a crunched plant model that it wants to replace it with once you've driven over it. And that, there may be a custom plant that some people use. Keep churning. Almost done with the mud. There's a lot of roll in this dirt. There we go. Now we're flying at an unsafe speed. Oh yeah, we're throwing that back end, left end right now. Okay, this is the part where the Mastodon really impressed me with its ability to go through deep mud and water. Let's see how this one does. I'm going to try to keep him up on the high stuff for as long as I can. Into the drink we go. We're still moving. Wisconsin had some good long-range bogs you had to get through. I've developed a little capacity for patience in bogs from that. I'm gonna swing over here. I was willing to trust the Mastodon to just go ahead and plow right through the middle there, but this one I'm going to give a little bit of benefit of at least visible dirt, if not dry dirt. think the tracks tended to stay over to this side. Yeah, we're cooking. At some point, actually, let me get out of the water here. I think it's these trees right ahead of me. It's a little ways out. I need to cut. I need to go from there to there to there. I have 2 batches of trees ahead. Let's see how I do and just all wheel here. Let the diff lock go off. Get a good look from all angles. See how we're turning. The dude abides. So yeah, the racetrack on this other map. Miller's got his open, and then he built a fleet of Gorbies, painted them all different colors so that they're now race cars. And he ended his stream last night by driving them over and lining them all up on the track. He's going to run a big multiplayer session. Kind of like what Tennessee probably should have been, but more fun on this little custom dirt track. And I think there's actually a contest set up in the mod map over there for it. It's probably only single player based, but still a good use of stuff that has come before to make custom better things. Oh, hey, there was a quick pivot. This spot definitely feels like a good spot to get into in order to cross the river, but it doesn't feel like it was really built with an intended entrance point. You just kind of have to throw yourself off that very short cliff and hope for the best. Which I think is actually the sub-motto of SnowRunner. Just do the thing, hope for the best. Let me go back to diff lock through the water. Software update? No, as a matter of fact, I don't want you to update anything while I'm in the middle of a stream. What is wrong with you, Mac? Oops. I was so angry at the Mac that I neglected to notice that I was pushing a rock. There we go. Yep, the Mastodon had a little easier time through here, but this one is doing it without too much worry about the water level. I got a little farther over that time. There we go. Oops. Okay, well, I'm coming in at an angle. It's an angle that made it unhappy. So let's see if we can find a happy angle. It really doesn't want to turn that front end, does it? If I go there, I can get the diff lock engaged in reverse. Whatever you're thinking, stop thinking it. I don't mind a pink warning for water level. I think I'm busy wedged between a bunch of rocks. That will be supremely embarrassing / annoying. I don't want you to tip yourself completely sideways. Let's disengage that. I've leaned it so far to the side. But I'm now doing engine damage. Well, you know what? Damn it. I'm just going to turn it sideways then, because I don't know that I have much else that I can do. Yep, engine's dead. Damn it. What? Okay, I'm just going to let it sit in the river there for a moment and try to figure out why is this machine trying to do a thing in the middle of a use here. What is this? It wants to do an OS update in the... Oh, what is the matter with you? No, go away. You've ruined my day, you devil machine. There we go. Let me bump that up to 12. Oh man, I forgot. I put the good crane on this thing, the loader crane. I might have been able to push my snorkel back up above the water level. Whoa! Something just shut down. Connection lost. Uh-oh. This is a different. This is a different machine running this game here. Okay, now let's see then. Wait while permissions are being checked. Well, we'll see if it reconnects. If not, then I guess this is a great time to go ahead and stop for the night. 60 seconds away. Yep, that sounds about right. Fortunately, whatever nonsense my Mac is pulling, it should have had no impact on the game running on my Steam Deck. So I am not seeing an internet an internet disruption. By that same token, I am also not seeing the connection actually happen here. Maybe their servers popped off. Maybe their servers popped off for an update. I would be willing to take that. Okay, hang on, let me give this a reshot here. Dun, 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 here. We got a little pretzel while we wait and see, although this appears to be doing it. What is this? This is supposed to be chiptune. Okay, stop it. Step 1, bring up the menu. Step 2, manage this because we are going to need a new code. How much longer? I can probably do about another half hour here. So I will go ahead and put the new code up. XTMVS. There we go. My truck is sitting in the water. It's so close to that one too. Damn it. And there's the... Okay, the Dawn was recovered. Oh, we just have a small fleet collecting over here. Oh, it gave me these, didn't it? That's the Zix that's currently upside down. Oh, wow. This is the one that I dragged out of the river. That's right. Oh, boy, that one's looking a little worse for wear. Let's go back to the Freightliner. Oh, it's doing some 3D stuff here. Okay, this makes me a little sad, but here we are. The one piece I need. Let me set that up as a target, and then down here I want to be sure that I'm making that turn correctly. Everything else should be good. Would totally take the same games. Game server's going away for a while, so we can get the new map. Yeah, oh yeah. My prediction is that they don't actually push the release season 10 until after the 4th of July. They might squeeze it in, I would say, mid to late next week at the earliest. I know Miss Moon is holding out for a release tomorrow or Friday so she can make that part of her stream, but I don't think that will have allowed enough soak time on the public test server for it. I think they typically shoot for a full, 30-day window on the test server, and I thought with Season 9 it actually went a little bit longer than that. Season 9 certainly had its share of bugs that they were willing to acknowledge and address before the release. It sure had a lot of them after the release, too. The only one... I got hit by the one where if you tried taking a trailer between maps with water, that it would drain all the water out of it. I only let that bite me once, though. I learned my lesson after that and didn't do cross-map water trips anymore. I think the only quote-unquote game-breaking one that I've actually been impacted by was in the Glades. There's one mission where you need to deliver cargo containers to the little village on one of the side maps, but the mission spawns oversized cargo containers for you that are useless. And if you follow along with all of the other missions, there aren't any casual cargo containers lying around, so you actually have to start and then abandon one of the contests twice. Because the contest is take this regular sized cargo container over to, as it happens, almost exactly where you need to deliver for this mission. So you have to start the contest and then immediately abandon it, and it just leaves the cargo container sitting there. So then you can drive it over and deliver one, or you can stay right there, move the cargo container off to the side, start the contest again so it spawns another container, and then immediately abandon it too. And then you've got your two cargo containers that you can run over. And then you've got two oversized cargo containers that have literally no use in the entire region. So I think I took them to a warehouse where I could just drop them off so that they were out of sight, out of mind. I think I'm going to go up a little high this time. So I suppose in the most technical sense, they weren't game breaking because there was a workaround for them, but without doing this slightly cheesy workaround, you couldn't finish it. And the translation in hard mode, if you're trying to do that, is that you can only run a given contest 3 times. So you could do it twice to get the containers you need to complete this one mission, but then if you actually want to complete the contest, which honestly isn't hard, at least in normal mode, you only get one shot at it at that point. And it might be kind of hopeful thinking that in hard mode it doesn't go ahead and delete that container on you. It might not, not sure. Wow, this one bounces around almost as much as the Royal does. Is that the BM11, I think? I haven't touched that one in a while. I used it a bit in Alaska, which was literally it was more than a year ago, though, when I was doing Alaska. I think I got the game in December. It's either December or January. Oh, so December of 21? Or was it 20? I think it was December of 21. And then I played a little bit on the first map of Michigan, and I kind of liked it, but there were other things I was doing because the Switch was new. There was a lot of Breath of the Wild that needed doing, so I did a lot of that. And then I finally came back to SnowRunner in, I'd say, March. And then I have played the living crap out of it over the last 15-ish months. caught up to 100% with the game as of last Christmas Eve. So now I'm just doing each new map as they release. Oops, did this on the wrong side, but we seem to be doing okay, and I took damage because I couldn't, damn it, come out. There you go. So, because I couldn't get the diff lock to disengage. And now I'm hooked on a tree. Nope, I think I'm still hooked on a tree summit. Did it win? Oh, it winched onto the tree. All of those buttons suddenly went crazy together. The X and Y being backwards relative to my normal switch patterns really messing with me. Because, yeah, the X and Y on screen are actually inverted to the way they are on the deck. Surprisingly, they actually match the way that they're laid out on the Nintendo controller. So all-wheel drive is supposed to be the top button, but it's not. It is the left button. Okay, Ninja is out on the move again. At this point, getting this one last set of service spare parts done and that tower opened are probably enough for me to consider this trip to be a success. Because so far this trip, I'm now driving this trip for the third time. It's beginning to resemble a logging mission. I have to do the same thing over and over and over again. Danny. This is my tribute to the shiny. You're welcome. I think this is where I want to make the quick dive off the edge. Oh, hey, that is one of those weird raggedy stumps that's hanging out right behind a bush. That's what makes me do the weird pivot thing right there. That explains also why I did a lot of damage last time. And I went nice and slow this time, figuring that would happen again. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get... No, don't, God! Oh! Oh, there's a trio of rocks. I only noticed the first two. Drove right into the third one. I'm never going to cross this damned river. Okay, so Ninja is going out that way. It feels really dumb. Nope, that's not what I want. Feels really... Why am I not backing out? There we go. I hate the idea of having to recover this one truck again. Well, Ninja's on the way. I am just going to sit here in the water and wait. Well, actually, I'm not even in the water. I didn't make it as far as the water this time. God, that was terrible. I will wait for Ninja to arrive there. In the meantime, let me go grab these other vehicles that have been awarded to the company. If I can get him to run. I am going to go put them into the garage, get them fixed up. This one in particular. This one's looking rough. There we go. This is the step. I haven't used the step much. I'm going to take it out for a little spin. It's going to take Ninja a minute or two to get out through the swamps to where I was. So I am going to drive around to where there's that one other truck stuck in the mud out here. Let's go see if this thing has enough gumption to get it out. Ooh, car horn. Still not the worst, but not great. Only 323 dropped frames the entire stream. Wow, this is so much better than Saturday. Is this properly drivable? Yeah, okay. It's a drop-off point. Don't need that. Wow, do you really need all-wheel drive just for this hill? Yep, that's getting there. Yep, that road is not fast out to that river quote-unquote crossing. That's the really sad part. That Freightliner was actually crossing that river pretty easily. If I had stayed farther left for the island prior, so I would have stayed somewhere near the main tracks, it would have gone just fine, but somehow I ended up off to the right. And then trying to correct back over, there was something that was deceptively deep, and I'm pretty sure there was a big rock. So I got some piece of something hooked on that rock, and so I couldn't go forward anymore. Trying to go backwards, it seemed to be doing the same thing to me. It wasn't respecting my turn. So it was just rocking straight back and forth, and then my only hope then was to try to winch onto something, and the only winch point I had was not in a good spot. If I had been 29th level, so I could have had access to the tall snorkel, it probably would have been okay. But the regular snorkel, it happened to be on that side, so down it went. Do we have a truck and a trailer both over here? Is it a logging trailer with it? Oh no, don't do it! Don't do it! Oh God! He's still running, at least. All I wanted to do was gently move over to the edge there so I could take a look to see what was going on, and I looked and I saw. I got a front row seat. Anybody at all. There we go. Stupid auto winch. At least I'm still running. There we go. Okay, we're staying really high on this side this time. Didn't roll. I'm going to take that. That's another victory. I'm going to take my absolute lack of victories as a sign of victory. Because so far, that's kind of all I've got. I don't know how goopy this may end up being. But I do see a bunch of rocks. Okay, let's go low gear with everything engaged. I don't think we're going anywhere. I don't think we're going anywhere, even without the winch attached to anything. Okay. I did not bother to look at what kind of tires this thing had. I'm inclined to believe they were the not good kind. Will it actually try pulling him out of the water? No, it does not look like it. It looks like it will only pull me back into the water, which is not a thing we want. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's try the trailer first. Oh man, this stuff is deep and goopy here. Oops, there we go. I can, okay, I'm at least getting some net trailer this way, even if it pulls me back a little bit. I should still be able to winch my way toward freedom. I think what I'm going to really want to do is get this trailer turned around, back the trailer into the gunk, and then use it as a winch extender. You know what? Let me pick a better winch point. Let me start mid-body. Oh, I can get one way up here. Can I get anywhere? Nope. I bet these are highway tires. Okay, I'm gonna struggle to move forward while you winch your way back up toward me. Definitely doing some good winching there. I can almost get myself free without having to do winching. Almost. Just a little light auto winch there. We're not going well, but we're going. I end up running out of gas first and have to recover just to refuel. I'm definitely going to put better tires on. Happy you're not the only one rolling trucks? Yeah, if you're not rolling trucks, you're just not doing this game right. You're not doing this game justice if you're not rolling. I have my doubts about this tree actually holding me. No, hey, okay. Winch. One more for good measure. Come on up out of there. Oh yeah, these are total crap tires. There's nothing that I should be sliding on here, but they're not even pulling that trailer. We're gonna keep it pulling. Okay, there's one part recovered. In the meantime, oh hey, Ninja's getting close over here. Ooh, Ninja with a trailer load of stuff. And my sad boy on his side. Ooh, this is a good view. Ooh, bringing a tanker for something. Uh-oh. That's okay. A little physics jiggle, a little glitch jiggle. We're fine. Everything's fine here now. Ooh, hey, I gotta... While I... Ooh, jeez. I don't know what that was that made me do a 720, but it was kind of cool. While I'm waiting for AAA here... let me have another swig of my cold but hazelnut coffee. So Ninja, is that the one they call the King Taiga? The Taiga 6 something 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 B? That's true. There is a AAA, isn't there? And if we were playing in Ontario, it would have to be I think it's the CAA. So you lose the triple part, which is sad. It's a nice looking feller. Ooh, crack them knuckles. Alright. Rescue on tap. If I pull on my end... There we go, the tires are finally biting. I'll stay winched on until I'm off the rocks. There we go. Thank you for your service. Okay, let's see if I can then turn around and screw this up in the river again. One more horn. Now that I'm out here, I'm just going to stay left from the beginning this time if I can. And that time there was definitely a rock under there somewhere, but I was able to clear it. This is the spot where I went right between the two large rocks. Instead, I want to stay left between the big rock and the little pile of small rocks. Because it was that dip right there that got too dippy. Oh, no, wait, this is deep. This is deep. It wasn't supposed to be this deep. Oh, no. I don't even have the option to even try. No, the engine's trashed. Wow. That Mastodon made this look easy. I fell for it. I can still turn my wheels, though. That's weird. Can I activate my anchor? Would that push me back upright? It doesn't matter. The engine's at 0 anyway. I think 14 ties my record. To be fair, most of these are because of scout flips, which usually come in dozens. Well, we don't have to worry about removing the cargo, at least. Maybe the better plan, Ninja, is if you get across this river, just go look for my Mastodon and flip it back upright, and I will just continue the trip with that, because I'm apparently kind of hopeless here. Oh yeah, my engine's broken, so I need repair points put on that anyway, so that says they're there. Is there anything... Oh, I can't attach the winch right there. Let's see if that'll get me going. So yeah, I found a deep spot with current. I'm a little worried that most of the rest of this could be the same way. No, none of the rest of this looks as deep. There we go. Now let's see how many times I can flip just trying to get up this hill. Now instead of crossing over and then coming back... Okay, there we go. I was able to successfully winch. I'm going to try going up this side here. Well, I'm going to try. Wow, I'm going to fail pretty miserably. Yep, there we go. Whatever it was stuck on, it got unstuck. I can't tell whether this is rock or stump or bush or what's going on with this thing. If it's a rock, I can hopefully just hug it right here. Don't hug it that hard. There we go. And turn off the diff lock because it's getting angry. Follow the path the mastodon took through the stumps. Okay. Look at this. It's like it was ordained. Okay, here comes the next. Hold your breath. Remember, kids, pick your feet up off the floorboards, otherwise they're going to get wet. I'm going to get turned upstream here so that I don't get flipped sideways. No, no, no. Quick winch to anything. The quick winch winched. It saved it. Oh. I'm not going to say that's the only time the quick winch has actually done something useful, but it is definitely one of the rare times that it has done something useful. The water? Hang on. Wait a minute. It's like the left... Oh, it was like the left trigger was throwing the winch out, which I did not think was the control, and it's not doing it now. Must have been when I went for the diff lock. Okay, we're... Oop. No, I looked over at OBS for just a second, and suddenly I only have 2, 4, 5 wheels on the road. I remember this being way too rough to be an intentional road. It's either a mudslide or just a simple fire break. That means this truck is going to be bouncing like a Jack Russell Terrier coming up this hill. Slow down because we are on an angle here. Get back over onto the grass. The mastodon knew a good thing when it saw it. Oh, hey, it's raining. I hope that doesn't impact anything. Oh, yeah, there's that tower I was almost to. Then I stopped. You gotta be kidding me! How does it get fully upside down? How does it do that? Should have just bought another mastodon. Actually, I didn't even need to do that. Since it dumped the cargo, I should have just recovered that first mastodon. And now it's falling? Oh. Got anything else in the neighborhood here? What you selected? It's just over there. Actually, all I needed was even just a physical tap. I didn't even need a winch. Use to recover your vehicle. Cargo will be lost. No, I don't want to lose the cargo. Damn it. Oh, it's unpacked, but it's still pushed up against the bed, so I can't just recover this one. damn it. And the Freightliner is so damn close. It's on the verge of rolling itself back over. It doesn't need much, but I don't think a scout's going to be able to. And then you sabotaged your mission with the extra repair points. Ah, oh, damn it. I'll tell you what, how many points can the res carry? How many points do you need? Can I... Well, even if I can't hand them directly to you, I could run this over and apply them to whatever it is you're repairing. Small roof rack, there's 150 points. That's also 150. The fuel tank is smaller. No, I'm going to pass on that. Snorkel, yeah. Winch, autonomous. Tires, it's got the res tires, those are fine. I do want the better gearing. I do want the better engine. Don't care about those. Don't care about that. We live in the way of a two-tone. Okay, that one's kind of cool. I'm going to go with the green. I love that. I think you can get the little light bar, but instead I am taking the extra repair stuff. So since it's become hopeless to try to salvage my mission, I'm going to bring repair points to you, Ninja. Oh, wait, was that where I needed to turn? No, that is not where I needed to turn. It is the next one down. Okay. If I can get my sorry ass across the river, that is. Might actually have to slow down and pay attention this time, so I don't know. I wouldn't count on it. Top mission needs 650. Got the fuel trailer most of the way there. Okay, so that's what the fuel trailer was for. How many repair points have you got left? I've got several hundred on this truck. At least 300. Oh, okay. Oh, are you headed back for my Mastodon to go flip it back over? That'll be a good trade-off. I'll work on getting this miserable thing out your direction. You go flip mine, and then we can swap vehicles. Okay, well, we're kind of getting through here. Diff lock is always on, so I need all-wheel. A little bit of a pull here. I am so worried about this thing in the river. God, I just wish there was some AI in the way that it picked where to winch to. It always goes for the little stuff that's incapable of supporting the weight of any vehicle. And then when you pull it out of the ground and drag it to you, it's still the first thing that it tries grabbing onto every damn time. This thing is so mired. It used to have, It only lost a little bit of power, but it lost all of the teeth in its tires. It spends so much time stuck in everything now. There we go. Oh, we were moving for a minute there. I still like that, at least. Oh, there's nothing but pain and sorrow in this field. It feels like I'm driving through the worst of it. And then it's raining, just to top everything off. So is that you have 500 repair points left, or there's 500 that need to be applied? Because I have a sneaking suspicion I'm not going to have 500, which makes most of this mission probably pointless, semi-slightly pointless at least. Oh, you have 500 left. Oh, okay. So yeah, if it needed something like 650, that I've definitely got enough to cover. I think I've got over 300 in the res here. just drive it anywhere. On the road, off the road, next to the road. Flying car, I will take any of it right now. The light tree might actually suffice for the scout vehicle here. That's something. Maybe what I really need to do is push over to this other side where there's the taller trees more frequently. Maybe this will buy me something. At least if I do this and I roll it, I've got the autonomous winch. So I don't have to recover or wait on the charity of strangers. There we go. I'm gonna get a little risky. But I'm making way better time with risk than I am with mud. There we go. We cleared the first hurdle of, what, 3? Just a quick reminder that this truck is capable of movement. Okay, I am probably going to need to stick... I'm going to call it the shoreline, because that's virtually what this is. I don't know that there are many, if any, winch points out in the middle of this muck. I would definitely like to avoid the lake if I can, so I may have to try pushing across this way. Otherwise, there's a really long way around I have to go. Let me go down here a little farther. There's at least a tree right there. Unlike my earlier poor attempts, I'm going to see if I can get myself into a winch position before I throw myself in the water. There we go. Pull right through. That's what we needed. This will keep me on the left side of the lake. I got a couple of tree-like devices. Oops. Well, I had a couple of tree-like devices that I could winch on over here. I didn't mean to murder one of them, but it knows sometimes you got to pay the price. Oh, and it's winching to nonsense again. I don't like any of these choices. But if I think light thoughts... 612 is back on its wheels. Oh, thank you. I'm going to try to get this at least up to the river. Oh, and it just fell back out of range of what I needed to winch to. Okay, stay put. There we go. I'd like to at least get this to the river so that its repair points are in your vicinity. And, oh, I don't know what it's stuck on. Oh, it got stuck on the fact that it's now pulling that poor tree with it. Oops, no, it's just pulling that poor tree again. Oh, this little yellow one here that I would like to winch to doesn't seem to actually exist. That is a full-on sadness, so I gotta go a little long way across. That side seriously worries me. So I'm gonna use a little bit to get started. There we go, I reached it. You stay in the ground. Okay, we're still churning. Okay, now we're not churning. Oh, that's not actually... That one's not going to reach, so I'm going to have to go straight winch first. This mud is gnarly. And coming across it in the Mastodon, I would not have known. Okay. Obstacle 2 of 3 is cleared. See the waterfall that I want to aim for over there? Actually, I don't have to climb up. The mission that you're doing, Ninja, is down on the water line, isn't it? Come a little farther ahead. A little less aggressive hill, I hope. Yeah, that was much better. Thread that needle. I think these are the rocks that flip the Freightliner, so that's fun. And now I'm already caught on these. This is an inauspicious start. Nope, all I'm doing is pivoting on this one rock. Can I get off of that rock? Ever, at any point. There we go. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. I don't think I even have to worry about getting to the water. I'll tell you what. I'm going to leave this truck sitting right here for you, Ninja. You can drive across. You can drag it like a submarine back over to the other side. And then that should be available for you. That'll give you the extra points that you need. I am going to go run over to the newly restored... Oh, I like using that stump there as a safety post. I'm going to see about maybe finally completing this one original mission. Whoa, this is funky the way this thing is articulating. Okay. There we go. Oh, that was weird. Something about that feels wrong. And I hit the wrong button. Go. Bring it up as I wheel it in. Let's repack that. Restore the crane. And hey, original mission number 1 is finally back underway again. I am positive that absolutely nothing stupid will happen. I'm going to go up here. I am going to unlock this watchtower first, so I get a look at the lay of the land before I commit myself to whatever stupid thing I'm going to be doing. That's right. 4-wheel and diff lock is always on. Just dig into this mountain. I reset it. It was broken. Oh yeah, the way that it was trying to unfurl that crane. Yeah, there was something weird, but I got it unspun. This is not a fast hill, but it is a we're going hill. There we go. Look at this. Look at the speed. Watchtower opened. Let's take a look at the gorgeousness. Oh, wow. There's a field of windmills down here. Okay. Pretty. Tanks for the help. Is that a mission? No. So where am I? Oh, hey, coming up here actually was the right choice, because there's a tiny road that I'm sure couldn't possibly pose a problem for me, coming off the opposite side. And now I gotta figure out how to get this giant truck through that little spit of forest. And then, oh, down here. Tanks for the help. And, oh, hey, they actually did build some tasks in here. I didn't quite go far enough to have seen that before. That's okay. What do we have here? There's a few buildings down in the hole. There's the windmill farm. That's kind of cool. The other watchtower at the end of that road. Oh, and a watchtower out in the totally not swamp, I'm sure. And it's raining again. Nice. Okay, let's see if I can get this cargo delivered. So far this road, quote unquote, is actually a little bit better and bigger than I'd expected. I haven't gotten to, let's thread our way through the trees to that little outpost that's high enough up that I can't even pivot to it in this mode. Yeah, there it is. Driving straight across there, off to the right, that might be the better way to go. See if I can work my way up this hill. See what's doing. Oops, didn't mean to zoom in. Oh, hey, there's actually some intentional drive right over here. I'll actually make this after all. Ooh, 4 down, 3 to go on the other map. So if I come back out to the road, plow straight down here, I should go look at activating that task. Come back up on the road, and I'm going to go take a look at that watchtower. If I can complete those, that may do it for me today. But at my current rate, that may still be another 15-20 minutes. I would definitely like to make sure that Ninja, you've got enough time to finish that repair after being forced to drag my stupid truck back and forth across the river just to salvage repair points. And I'm going to go excavating with the nose on this thing. Although it has so much power that as long as it's not a solid rock, it seems to be able to push stuff up. Ooh, ooh, I've got camouflage. Oop, and it magically just de-rezzed. For a moment there, no one could see this bright pink truck, though, with that nice tree attached to the front end. Okay, now we're hauling. I'm about to go flying, possibly literally, down this hill. I'm a little curious about what that bypass off to the side over there might look like, but it's too late now. Now I gotta go around the horn because I'm already headed down. I wonder if it's a slightly longer way around, but it doesn't have as steep a slope. So if you're driving something that isn't as much of a monster as this truck, maybe you go around the longer way. The longer but slightly shallower way. Yeah, that res definitely looked like it wasn't going to drive itself over any of that, so I figured you'd have to man the torpedoes and drag that sub right on across. Leave the engine off and it should be fine on the other side. Yeah, just get a microfiber towel, dry it off when you get there, it'll be fine. Got it halfway, and then it high-centered on something. Yep. Yeah. I figured if I had gotten it past that initial mud, which is already frustrating enough, that I probably would have ended up finding one of those deep spots, and then the current would have grabbed it. And then it would have been funny, and it would have been entertaining for stream, and it would have been frustrating as hell, and it would have been gone. Oh my god, I'm getting a task, Tanks for the help. The new fuel tank showed up yesterday. Would you have time to run over and pick it up from the rail yard? Ooh, there's a rail yard? I accept. Not going to start tracking it right now, though. And that is... There's 2 drop-off points? Wait, how does this work? Let me go highlight this. Oh! Very nice. Congratulations, Snake. You got the cruise ship horn off the random selection there. That one, I think, plays very nicely with this game. Tanks for the help unload. So I don't know. I don't know what the unload spot is that I'm standing in right here. It must be for one of the contracts. But there are so many contracts, I don't really know how many of which are what. 15 points of suspension just for popping that tree. Okay, let's go take a look at another watchtower down here. I actually got to this point a little faster than I'd expected, so I'm making good time. It's nice to see a truck both moving forward and not upside down for a change. This is Oh yeah, actually I have hit 15. This is a record-setting stream for flips. Though over half of those were the Scout 800, where it's to be expected. How am I on fuel? No, I don't actually want that. I want to go... Nope, I don't want that. I'm going to go there. No, keep going. There we are. Yes, I do have my own onboard fuel. Not a ton, but some. Hopefully, this will be enough to get me out to that tower over here. And then at that point, especially with the cargo delivered, I don't mind if I have to do a recovery to get it refueled. Because I end up needing to go back to the garage to get more cargo to finish this mission later anyway. It will definitely not happen tonight because I'm actually starting to get kind of hungry here now. Outhouses, perfect. Set the brake. Let's go check the map. Okay, the first one just leads to kind of a gentle clearing. We don't really need that. What I need to do is come over to here. That looks like it's got potential to be a crossing. Maybe if I'm sitting with some extra fuel, maybe I could just kind of poke my nose down there and see what's going on. This is a part of the Earth where this truck probably really doesn't belong. But here we are anyway. I couldn't turn hard enough to get to there, so we're going to back into it. Ooh, hey, we got some civvies working over here. I can't turn hard enough to even get to it backwards. Wow. Oh, yep, I've got the wheel cranked all the way over, but it is just pushing straight back. Come on, Mastodon, you're embarrassing me. Nope, still not close enough. You gotta be kidding. I'm willing to ram these trees now to try to get turned around. I'm gonna have to put a winch on the back end just to get it to move over far enough for you. There. All I had to do was climb the damn tree. Oh, yeah. I've been at this a while. It's a good view of the river, at least. Okay. Got 100 liters left. That is just a clearing at the end. Oh, what do we have here? A yar. There's dock loading. I don't know how well this truck is going to get through there unless there's maybe a little clearing right over here. Let's go see if I can claim the yar, because it looks like the yar's got some kind of cargo attached to it. If that works, and I still have enough fuel left, let me see if I can fight my way down through the trees right over there. Hey, you know what? Hooking those back tires in that tree actually accidentally paid off. That's what I needed to get pointed back this way. That deserves a horn or two. Inside of 100 liters left, but I think these are some pretty short drives. Ooh, campsite. Oh, hey, that's not a cargo trailer, that's a camper. New truck discovered. Ooh, it's a nice green, too. I like that. I'm going to leave it parked right there for now in case I need something down this end later on. Something that I don't have to figure out how to drive across the river. That Yar could come in handy. I'm not going to steal its fuel. So just in case I really do need it over here, it'll be fully fueled. So I got 82 liters left to play with in this truck. It's got a few design foibles to it, but I like this map overall. I would very much like to see that one bridge repaired so that maybe when I've got some mission critical cargo, I don't have to wash it all wash downstream when I screw up the river crossing. Aside from that, it's got some good challenges. I do really like that first big hill. Yeah, this isn't undoable. Points of damage on nothing, of course. I'm gonna push it over the hill this way. Bam! Nose down first, but that's okay. We're fine. Made it down to the river. I'm stuck on a rock. The one thing that the nose really doesn't seem to like to push its way through. And it feels like there should be some method of crossing here. Let's just see how bad it is. I'm on the verge of recovering this truck anyway, so off we go. Still chewing up. Probably really didn't want to be this far downstream, but it seems to be doing okay. Some of the spots that I thought were going to be deep weren't, and some of the spots that didn't look like they should be were kind of, but nothing was too bad. Okay, I think we got a new crossing point, at least for a good truck. I still have my severe doubts about any scout classes crossing that without an extreme amount of patience. 3 different delivery zones. But I don't think anything gives a mission. I do, since I got fuel left, I want to pop up here and check out all of this stuff. 51 liters. Take a look at some of the other treasures this map has to offer. Especially if it turns out that any of those give me immediate ownership. Hey, congratulations on fixing that one up. Nice work. Saved the trip, I bet. Easy job and good pay. With me involved, absolutely nothing about it was easy, but Ninja managed to pull that off anyway. I think... Oh, I know where I want to go. Go around like these first 2 trees. That looks like there's a little bit of a drive. So with Ninja's mission completed, and me about to get a look at some of the last stuff out here on this map, this is probably where I am going to wrap it up for the night. Go see what I'm going to get cooking for dinner. Ooh, hey, this one's got a nice clearance on it. New truck discovered. Hey, it got me a Paystar. Oh, hey, I remember this dump truck kind of thing from Wisconsin? No, from the Yukon. I think it's from Yukon. Found the new trailer, so I got access to that logging trailer. This thing has to be a mission, though. And it's probably a mission where at the end, you get that cat that I hate. It's a horrible piece of junk. My truck is going to be in the river. You know what? That truck deserved to be in the river. Hoist away. If Billy, if you're still here, that one is for you. That is a good position for it, right out there. Screw you, devil truck. And I actually never did get around to looking at the other, that bridge over there. I really should. Maybe I should go ahead and queue that up for myself for next stream. Is People Mover? No, that's the pickup. Main bridge cleanup. Yeah, that's it. Let me set that one up. But some of it's there, but I think some of it you actually have to go the long, hard way to get over to Cedar Ridge first. If I'm going to Cedar Ridge first anyway, then where did the comp system? I am just going to keep going with the comp system once I'm there. So I've got a couple trucks lying around that I can deal with later on. Let me do a recovery, throw you back out front here. I'm not going to load this one up yet, but I'm going to set it in a position where it is ready for it. I'm kind of jazzed about coming back to this next Wednesday to keep it going. I definitely like 98% of this map and the way it's set up. It's got a little bit of hooey going on, but it's not the worst. I'm going to recover it. I am going to retain it. I am going to sell the crap out of it because that truck does not help me any. Boom, it's gone. It's out of here. Man, there's a lot of trucks floating around out here now. Where's the Dawn? Oh, the Dawn's just sitting right there. That one maybe just needs a simple recovery. I will save that for next time. Just kind of sitting out there. Oh, are you floating away, Ninja? It's not even taking in. It's floating and not even taking engine damage. Wait, okay, so I gotta get eyes on this then. Oh, hey, there you are. Managed to back myself up against a tree, so let's try pulling out forward here. Let's try not to sink in the beach. Oh yeah, it's just floating away over there, isn't it? Oops, actually what I meant to do is come over here and stop the engine, set the brake. See if I've got any other immediate cleanup. Wow, were you actually going to make it to shore? Are you taking the boat across the river? Yeah, you look powered over there. Set that carefully then. This is a golf clap just for you. I don't think I have an applause sound effect, otherwise I would play it. That was impressive. Congratulations. You've invented fairies before season 10 can make them a real thing. Made it all the way in reverse. Wow. That is a talent. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be use for that somewhere, sometime. So look at that. You've mapped out some more of the river than you could normally get. Awesome. Okay, let me back out of this. I'm just going to let the res sit right there just in case it needs to for some reason. Basically using it as boat. Yep. Using front tires to control the angle so it will... Oh, okay. Yeah, so using those front tires as a rudder. You know, there's a deep rudder to keep yourself bouncing back and forth. Very clever. That is awesome that it floats for no good reason. But that is the point where I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. I need to go find something to eat because I don't know that it's necessarily that late. There's still the sun out, which is really nice. Happy solstice, everybody! The longest day of the year. It's all downhill from here until next December when I'm getting up at 6 in the morning and it stays dark until 8:30 or so because yay, I'm north of the 45th parallel. Let me flip over to my other machine real quick. Let's see if there's anyone up and streaming SnowRunner right now. Or Ninja, if you want to go streaming some for the evening, I'll hang out for a minute or two if you want to take some time to get fired up. Because at the moment, my list is pretty light. So, Snake, you already streamed earlier today, so I assume you're done. It may not be quite late enough for Miller to get on. Some World of Warships. Someone doing... Ooh, some Age of Sigmar mini painting. I got a bunch of Final Fantasy 16s. Yeah, Fortnite. I don't really have a problem with Fortnite. I just don't play it myself. Too much like Overwatch, Overdrive, over whatever. I think it's Overwatch. It's way too driven toward the microtransactions. What's this? I don't know what kind of D&D that is. We'll skip that one. Oh man, I'm going to have to dive over here to the category follows. Let me bring up SnowRunner this way. This has a few more options. Chance Pants sounds fun, maybe. There's one that I actually watched last night because I was intrigued. It's a Japanese streamer doing SnowRunner, but they've got it set up so that there are a couple of bots. I think there's a speech to text that puts whatever they're saying in Japanese into the chat, and then there are a couple of bots that do translations to English and Spanish. It's wild to try to keep track of because you know that the translations they're doing are botched at best. That one says it's a giveaway, so that's a scam. Billy Dean, I like the sound of that. Oh, hey, there's me. I don't think it'll let me raid myself. Besides, I'm quitting. Mrs. Puma vibes. The Dyslexic Gamer. Dyslexic Gamer might be an option. Zeus Wolf. Hey, KDP. Welcome back from your extended lurk. I've assumed that you've been working this whole time. It was nice of you to jump in here. Got to work in the morning. Oh. Going to almost a 2-hour trip just to go to work. Yeah, that blows. Wednesday and Thursday, I'm probably putting in... Well, okay, I guess it is Wednesday now, isn't it? So actually, after I'm done with the stream and eating, I have to go back. I have to do a little work today, and I'm putting in some extra hours tomorrow so that I am free for Miss Silvermoon's Streamiversary Extravaganza event coming up on Friday. Let me run a shout out for her.
Where did you go?
I have no idea. I'm just driving around.
She has made it to 1,000 followers, so she's claiming that she's going to be ditching the cute little avatar and actually becoming an on-cam streamer. And I think she has an extended multiple hour with the option to buy subs to extend it out to some crazy amount with all kinds of extra stuff going on. I think she wants to do some ATS on the TMP server, which is a whole bunch of... Well, I know ATS, but the TMP, I know that it's a big public kind of almost roleplay server. She wants to do all kinds of good stuff, so I'm getting in my overtime now so that I am free to spend a bunch of extra time on Friday tuning in there. Who was the one that I thought looked kind of good? Seen the build list. It's way more than worth it. Oh, the build list for what? What you're going to work for? That would make sense. Let's see. And I went to that workplace that Sandwich told me not to go to. Oh, yeah. Work. Yeah, I got it. Let me click in the raid. It seems like we ought to be rating somebody, so let me type in if I can get. Nope, the dysfunctional vet. No, that's totally wrong. The dyslexic. Nope, now it's just typing random letters. This is a problem. Oh, it's Ty, the dyslexic gamer. I'll get this eventually. Nope, it's too many T's. There we go. Ty, the dyslexic gamer, who's currently got 5 viewers. That's a perfect small streamer to small streamer. Let me get that started so I can actually say something when I get there. That'll be fun. I don't have raid emotes or anything at this point, so pop in, say hi if you want. Don't if you don't. Bail out real quick. I don't know. I don't care what you do. I'm not your mother as far as you know. But I am still available for rent. Let me get that raid started. Thank you everybody for coming today. Saturday, I will probably be back doing some more of the Metroid Prime. I had a minor breakthrough, even despite the complete disaster of the internet on me. So I saved it right away. I finally have the grapple gun, so there's a whole bunch of places that I've been wanting to get to that I now have access to. This is going to be good stuff. Let me hit you with a goodbye screen. Hey, Bardic One, thank you. Welcome back just in time to throw out those gift subs right as I'm ready to raid out. Sandwich and Tonka. Steve, awesome. Steve needs that. And the Bardic One has gifted the Fractal One. Nice. Okay, well, now I got to let it finish going through all of these because I don't want to be rude. But the dyslexic gamer is going to be getting our traffic here in just a moment. So Saturday with Metroid. Next Wednesday, I think I'm coming right back here to Pine Valley. I like the way that this is all set up. This is going to be a lot of fun to mush forward through all that stupid mud and everything. And one more. There's the Fractal One. Still finding paths? Yep. I knew that was the way to go. So thank you very much for all those gift subs. I'm getting closer and then falling back and getting closer and falling back to unlocking a couple more emote slots. That should really do it for me. I only have seconds left, so here, let me give you some more chiptune music. And I'm going to wave goodbye.